Arne Kvia, Joe Hutunji, we've got Kyle Woods who designed the track, Matt Denham from BDC, Conor Shanahan, the list goes on, Alan Hinds, James Deane, you name it, Oliver Bolton. Everybody's in there having some fun. And for the next 2 hours, we're just going to have some fun. There is no competition here. However, at home, there is a competition for you guys. We are going to give away a Fanatec hub for Xbox and for PC, a Drift Club Sport steering wheel, and a Club Sport handbrake. And we're going to give that away at some point during this broadcast, so keep tuning in, and we'll let you know how you're going to win that in a couple of moments' time. So right now on track, as you can see, all the guys are out there taking part in 3 different layouts. So the Drift Games Bash in real life does take part in 3 different layouts. We like to think of it like 3 rides at an amusement park, so you can kind of go and choose during the day which you want to do. And Mike, you've been testing them over the last couple of days, and it seems like they are very realistic.
Yeah, it's like literally doing a bash. It's absolutely crazy. We've been having test nights there for the last couple of nights with loads of people in the server, and it's just been mad, Dave. Like, I've been getting the same adrenaline as you do at a bash. Like, you're sitting in your kitchen here just going mental, like shouting at the telly and screaming at boys and all. So I'm really excited, like, because the boys have been practicing for a bit, so there should be some good runs this evening. Absolutely,
and as you can see on the screen, we've got lots of cars now lining up for trains.
Yeah,
we're going to keep them for the next little while, and me and Josh and Mike are going to go out and myself and Josh have just got hooked up by Digital-Motorsports.com yesterday with 2 Fanatec setups so we can join in, and those guys are still delivering throughout the lockdown. So if you're at home and you want to get yourself a brand new rig or a brand new setup, make sure you get onto Digital-Motorsports.com. They are the experts, and I will tell you one thing, it is not easy to set them up. It is not easy to just buy the parts and get it all working. The customer service those guys do, especially with me yesterday, I felt like my dad using an iPhone trying to get it working, but they worked through with me, and now we have everything working in-house. We're going to be making a lot of content on the Drift Games channel with this. Josh, you got yours set up yesterday. What's the difference between your old setup now and the new Fanatec setup?
So the last setup was the Thrustmaster T300 wheel, and it's day and night sort of difference. Like, I swear, I got, as soon as I set it up, the settings were set onto 100, and I could barely, like, it's that strong, I could barely, like, turn the wheel and stuff. And
that's because you're a little girl.
It's not, because, I mean, honestly, it reeked it out of my hand. It comes with an emergency stop even. But no, it's literally unreal. I honestly don't see how they can get actually much better than this, to be honest. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's better than driving my car, if I'm going to be honest.
Well, to be honest, this is not a professional setup, as most of you guys would watching in. We were planning to do this in a studio. We were planning to do this on a lot higher production, and then on Friday evening, the government in Ireland announced that we are now not to travel more than 2 kilometers from our home. When Mondello is much further than our homes, we've tried to readapt it now that we can do it remotely. The guys from Digital Motorsports are going to run the cameras you can see on screen, and we're going to be independently at home. The 3 of us are all in our houses.
I'm in my kitchen with my slippers on, and it's the most comfortable I've ever been in work, I must admit now.
Well, to be fair, Mike, I said there's two firsts here today. Number one, it's not cold at the Drift Games Bash because we are all in our houses. It's the first time I've worn shorts to one of these events. And on top of that, it is actually the same as every other Drift Games Bash, because I was spending a day trying to get my car ready that wasn't working, so that was very accurate. Yeah. And we're not going to get in trouble with Mondello for noise regulations or for cutting up the grass this time, so it's all win here. And as you can see, at the moment, I think we have nearly a 9-car train coming in under the bridge, just carnage all over the circuit, but it's going to be a lot of fun to see all of these different drivers shred together. These are just in DC GP cars, if I'm not mistaken. So
they're Drift Corner Championship cars. They're probably the best cars.
Shout out to the guys from Drift Corner. Yeah. We're using their pack. They've spent a long time getting those things up to speed. So they're like the leading Drift Championship online. Yeah. This is just a bit of fun today.
Their current champion, Kyle Woods, is actually in the server as well, and Kyle designed this track for us. Like, so big shout out to Kyle.
Yeah, we've got a lot of cool guys. We've got Shea Rogers in a Supra, of course, one of the Irish Drift Series drivers. He's out there. Joe Hutunji from Drift. Kyle Woods, one of the esports drifters who designed this track. Tor Arne Kvia.
Me and Tor were having some runs there just before we went live, like, so I'm actually looking forward to getting back out and doing a few runs with Tor. Like, he's just so crazy on this. It's brilliant.
Absolutely. We have Alan Hinds, who is another I said, of course, one of the top dogs, and at the moment now under the bridge, I'm just in
there's carnage. It's just pure carnage.
14-car trains going on under the bridge. Yeah. You can see stuff that you just would never take the risk of doing at home, but you can in a game.
It is like actually watching a Drift Games Bash, so there's just cars going everywhere and crashes everywhere. Like, I love it.
It is so cool how lifelike it is. The UK driver, he's in there. Sebastian Fonten from Holland is in at the moment. We have got Dylan Garvey, a former amateur Irish champion in there as well. Mitch Lerner from Australia. He must be up at what, 5 in the morning or something doing this.
Sure.
Or what the.
You know Mitch, he loves driving with the Irish boys.
Yeah, Julian Waggard is in there, who did some of the stunt driving for Michael Bay's film with James Deane, Underground 6. He's also going to be in Drift Masters this year. We have Harry Kerr, the current Nationals champion in Ireland, in there.
Yeah. And Harry actually should put in a good performance if his Wi-Fi plays ball, but the last couple of nights it's just up and down like.
We have absolute carnage going on in the hole in the head.
It's mental, like you can't take my eyes off the screen here. I'm in the pits, I haven't even left the pits yet, and this is just crazy.
There is some carnage going on track, and of course this is what this server is all about. It's not about a competition, it's just about going out with your friends and having fun. And while everybody's locked and everybody can't actually, meet up with everybody socially, this is a good hangout spot to have a chat over the headsets. Talk about your builds, talk about your preparation for the season, talk about your setup, talk about anything.
Yeah, it's good fun. Like it's actually very good. It's been a popular server now the last couple of nights, so I'm really excited for it to go live this evening and let everyone actually get the proper link, the Discord link and all that off the Drift Games website.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to ask our guys at Digital Motorsports if it's possible to turn on the driver names over the cars so we can who is who on the track.
There we go. There's Mitch Lerner. I can't see who's chasing him though.
If it was possible for us to see who those guys were on the wheel. And of course, if you guys have any questions online, if you're at home and you're having a bit of fun here at the virtual Drift Games Bash, shoot us a question. In about 10 minutes time, I'm going to be announcing how you win that Fanatec setup. So in about 10 minutes time, I'm going to reveal all that to you guys online. You guys who are watching on our Drift Games YouTube channel, you guys are going to be the only ones that know how to win that setup. So stay online for the next 10 minutes and we will be telling you all about it.
Yeah, I don't know, Dave. I'm after getting bored, so I'm going into the paddock track to do a few laps if you'd like to join me.
I might go into the
paddock
track.
Come on. Josh, where are you? Come on, let's go to the paddock track and we'll do some laps together.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to the paddock track now.
Oh no, actually I'm sorry for inviting him.
Into the paddock track as well. So this is so the paddock track is
not that bad.
You guys who haven't been in an original Drift Games Bash, it is a small little mayhem track. Mayhem track is probably the right word for it.
Yeah, we had like 6-7 car trains the other night going around here. Very fun, like
that was mayhem.
It's different, like it's slow and second gear track, like, but it is actually just very fun to do laps and run the wall.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you guys are watching this from outside of Ireland, this is the exact replica of what we run for our Drift Games Bashes, which take place 4 times a year. 100 drivers, 3 tracks, 2 days, a big party in the middle. They're probably my highlight of the year at the moment.
Josh, there was no need for that.
So, if you ever want to see, Josh, Dave, Mike from Drift Games, and the Red Bull Drift brother Joe Hutunji drifting around in the paddock of Mondello, it's happening right now. So that's the amazing thing about this.
Who's behind me?
Joe Hutunji's behind you, Josh. Don't mess up.
I'm making absolute. I'm not very good at this. I'm supposed to be impressed. Oh no, I've crashed.
Don't worry, you've only got one of the best drivers in Europe chasing you down in the paddock track.
Yeah.
I can't drive and talk. It's not something I'm good at. All I can do is scream.
Dave Egan just T-boned me. What? No need for that.
That's how realistic the game is.
I was going to say, actually, at the last patch, that does seem very realistic.
Now, Dave, you have an Andy Owl on your tail there. Now, Andy in the Drift Games experience, and he claims to own this paddock. He was hoping for a bit of rain this evening, but I had to inform him it was a game because we usually wet in it. But sure, look, see how he gets on.
Oh. The great thing is you can't, when you play online, you can do laps and laps and laps, and you don't actually damage your car, so crashing isn't the worst thing.
We had damage on last night in the server, and it got carnage.
It was a disaster. Your wheels were coming
No,
off.
it was a disaster with Josh because he was just T-boning people, and he didn't know how a brake pedal worked. Like, but hopefully he'll figure it out soon.
Oh dear.
Oh, Mike had a big spin there. So yeah, we got a lot of guys online. We're going 2 hours. We're going to go catch up with a few of those guys on interviews later on. We're going to have some fun. We're going to try and do all the cars on one train. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And will be kind of, you wouldn't get away with in real life. And of course, because we obviously are at a hold at the moment with our drift seasons and all championships across the world with the outbreak of COVID-19, this is probably the best way of us getting some seat time, getting some practice in, and everyone gets a little bit longer to prepare for the season now, but it's nice to be able to replicate what we would be doing.
It's in fairness, it's what we would be doing as well, like, so it is good to have a bash, and the best thing is now when we're stuck inside for the next 2 weeks, we can have a bash every day. Like, it's just going to be crazy. I can't wait.
Bash every day.
I'm going to have a James Deane talent after the end of this lockdown.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Mike.
There's
So
Alan.
what we're going to do is we're going to shoot some questions to you guys. If you're watching on YouTube and you have any questions for the Drift Games team about our online stuff we're going to do, about the YouTube channel, about anything to do with driving or anything like that, let us know. We're going to be answering a couple of you, give you guys shout outs on the YouTube as well. And you know what? As I said, if you wanted to get the real feeling of being in Mondello, I suggested all. Lawrence just mentioned that if you go to your windows and the doors in your and you open all of them at the moment, you'll get that nice realistic feeling of being cold in Mondello as well. So
I have my fridge open beside me to perform that feeling.
I've got an unrealistic feeling of the radiator you've been on.
Got a couple of questions coming in, and I'm going to try and answer as many to whatever knowledge I have, not to speak on behalf of people, but it's just, a casual chat. We're having a bit of fun in here. A lot of guys wondering how will the 2020 sponsorship be affected for drivers, given that we are now stopping until a little bit later. I think everything is just being put on pause, and a little bit of a pause for the whole drift community. I think when it comes to dates and venues, they're being postponed and rescheduled rather than cancelled. I think everything is just being held at the moment, and I think any deals that were done or any announcements or anything that's happening, it'll just wait a little longer. I think the whole world is on pause at the moment. Not much answers to anything. I think a lot of people are asking when and how, and I don't even think the governments know at this stage. So once we're given the all clear to go back drifting again, everyone will be back drifting exactly as we had set up to do, as if we didn't have this break.
And we will be going back hard, like 3 bashes in a row probably. We'll just do 6 days in Mondello, non-stop.
And Andrew S. is saying that if you want to get an even more realistic approach, turn on your shower on full cold and jump in your clothes. And you'll actually get a real feel of Mondello then as well. If you want to do that, just turn on the shower in your clothes, jump in, and you can actually just get that real feel. And then if you really want to get the ultimate feel, turn on the shower, get yourself soaked, and then walk outside is a real good Mondello replica there. We didn't want to turn on the rain in the game because we decided to have a dry day for once.
Yeah.
So that's a lot more fun at the moment. So a lot of people asking what's the startup, the intro level for getting into sim drifting. And what I'm going to suggest is you guys get on to Digital-Motorsports.com, shoot them a message on Facebook or Instagram, and those guys are the experts. So they've helped us get, basically I know nothing about simulators. People have been asking me all week, I know nothing. Yesterday it took me 12 hours to just turn it on, so I'm very bad.
But that's not simulator's fault now, that's your fault, Dave. I'm not bad.
It could just be.
Well, I think you're a good advertisement for anybody can do it.
If I can figure it out, anyone can figure it out.
Exactly, and it seems very complicated, but the best thing I found is get someone who's an expert. If you're going to Digital-Motorsports.com, saying to them, this is what they can actually build you a turnkey system that arrives on a pallet at your house. So you literally just take it out of the van, plug it in, and everything is installed already. Everything works. That's what I would suggest.
My previous PC was giving me a lot of trouble for the last couple of months. So Niall in Digital Motorsport tried to help me out with it, but in the end I just lost so much faith in it that I bought a new one off them earlier in the week. And when I bought it, it literally had all the drift tracks, all the drift cars, everything preloaded on it. It was just plug in and go, and I'm not messing, it's so fast and things like that. That's just like a ready-made PC for this game, which, it is what you need. The PC is everything, it's the brains of it.
Absolutely, and I'm just watching now as guys coming through in the pro drivers absolutely nailing door to door. And that's because this game and the setups these guys run are so realistic. It translates really, really well.
We had a problem earlier on, Dave, with all the drivers complaining when we changed temperatures because they said there was no grip. And I mean, they cried like little girls that we had to change the temperatures back so they all had grip. That's how serious these boys take it.
It's getting very competitive here.
It is getting very competitive. In the group chat earlier on now, there was a lot of bragging rights going, And I'm leading a big train in here. I don't know how this happened. Oh my God.
Well, that's the thing. You get to feel the pressure of.
Matt Denham is pushing me.
So we have Matt Denham driving over the Jap Speed RX-8 in BDC. He's out on the track as well. We've got a lot of little groups bursting out onto the 3 different tracks.
Absolutely nailed in somebody else.
James Deane crashed. I mean, that's not totally realistic.
It's like a unicorn.
It is. So I mentioned a little bit earlier, you guys are now taking place. I was going to mention you guys. You enter the competition to win a Fanatec Club Sport handbrake. You get to their Club Sport steering wheel and their steering hub. I'm only getting used to these terms now. So this is a huge prize. It's a very expensive, top of the line. It's actually what I have in front of me right now. and we're going to tell you how to win it. So during this broadcast, here's what you've got to do. You take out your phone. You basically have to subscribe to the Drift Games YouTube channel. You've got to subscribe to the Digital-Motorsports YouTube channel. So there's the first two things you do, and then you're ready to start getting going. So you subscribe to both of those, then here's how you win. You have to do an Instagram story recording yourself watching this broadcast. So record yourself watching this broadcast, and you've got to tag in Drift Games, Fanatec, and Digital-Motorsports.com. Digital-Motorsports.com being their Instagram title. So Instagram
and surely they have to get creative, Dave, because like,
it
is a serious prize now. Don't just like a bland picture.
The more creative, the more chance. We're going to pick someone at random, but creative. You know, I think if you're trying to we're trying to replicate a Drift Games bash. If you guys try and replicate a little bit of the bash feeling on your Instagram stories, tag us in it. If you're watching on, tell us about you're at your own virtual Drift Games bash, or even in real, you're just pouring a bucket of water over your head, pretend you're in Mondello. We want you guys to record an Instagram story, tag Drift Games, tag in Digital-Motorsports.com, tag in Fanatec, and that's what you got to do. And remember to subscribe to the Digital Motorsports and Drift Games YouTube channels, because we will need you to do that and be a subscriber in order to win. So that's what you got to do. I'll keep reminding you guys, but it's a huge prize. You're talking more than probably what, like 2,000, 3,000 euros worth of stuff?
I'd say about 2,000 euros worth of stuff. I tell you one thing, I kind of want to think about what to do to try and win it.
You should come up with something, Mike, and it probably.
I'll come up with something.
As you guys can see on your screens, we've got huge drift trains coming in Mondello. Carnage unfolding everywhere. We have got the Formula Drift and Drift Masters champion James Deane is in there. Conor Shanahan's in there. Tor Arne Kvia, as I mentioned, Joakim Gjerde, Alan Hinds, all the big names are in there, having fun.
Cool.
Alright lads, not here with the stream. Is James Deane there with a mic on?
No, I don't think he's on Discord.
Okay. I'd say the lads would want someone to jump in and do a bit of chat with them soon enough. Who's going to volunteer for that?
I can do a bit if you want, I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm down as well.
Yeah, just pull me in whenever.
Yeah, so I'll let you know when I'll put it in. I think we'll throw Conor in there. They won't know you're coming in, Conor, so I'll just introduce you, right?
Okay, cool.
So don't say anything until you hear us saying your name.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but where do I join the call?
I'm going to put you in there now, so just stay silent for a bit until the lads say hello.
Okay, cool.
Whenever you're finished on the baby track, do you just want to come underneath the bridge?
Well, we will in a minute. We're warming
Conor
up.
Shanahan into the live commentary here. Welcome, Conor. How are you enjoying yourself?
How are you? Yeah, all good. Really good fun.
Hey Conor, how are you, man?
All good.
Having fun?
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. It's a lot of carnage though.
Did Jack get sorted yet, or is he still just trying to figure out how a computer turns on?
Don't talk about Jack. Jack's gonna fire everything out through the window in a minute.
Wait, can we get some footage of that for us, please?
Say that again?
I was there yesterday, Conor, myself. It is tough going at the start.
Say that again?
It's tough going getting everything working at the start.
Oh yeah, Jack's gonna go mad in a minute.
So you've been doing a lot of sim racing or sim drifting, competing in some of the championships. How does it translate over to helping you become a better driver? Is it very realistic? Do you find it's been keeping you sharp in the off season?
Oh, big time. Like even the driving alone is a massive help to jump into a car. It stays fresh. But for me, I'd say when you're driving at events on the virtual side of things, I actually get more nervous than I do in real life, which is really good practice. I remember doing my first couple of competitions on the computer, and I made complete mistakes completely because of nerves. So it just goes to show that it does transfer over, and it gives you kind of a good understanding of how an event feels.
And if someone
That's interesting to know the nerves go through.
Yeah, in fairness.
I would have thought it was the
nervous.
opposite.
We should.
I would have thought it was the opposite, that if you wouldn't get nervous because it didn't really, it wasn't a real car, but you find it's actually a little bit nerve-wracking as well?
Say that again?
I'm just saying, Conor, do you find I was surprised to hear that you said you have some nerves because...
Oh yeah, big time. Like even sometimes if Jack's in the room and stuff with me, I'll make sure that he gets out and close the door before I do my run and stuff. So like completely in the zone. But
is that what it is? It's because you're by yourself? Because you'd still think in drifting, in real life, you're in a car by yourself anyways, so...
No, but like once, when you're in the car and the noise and stuff and you just put down the visor and bang first gear, the nerves are gone straight away, like...
Maybe you should wear a helmet.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Pull down the visor and then you might be feeling normal again, like... Because I've seen you on the line before big battles, you don't get nervous.
No, I wouldn't be a person to get nervous at all, but
No.
yeah, it just kind of gives me a small bit of, just kind of a bit of a kick before the run. But yeah, the virtual things are amazing. The competitions are so tough. Like there's a lot of me, Kyle and Alan and stuff at All Irish Podium in Riga on the VDC Championship, which is good. So it's good that Irish is dominating virtual world as well.
There's, I don't want to say it on the YouTube, but
I just put it out there. I just put it
they're
out
lining me up here now, and Dave's going to start texting me in a second because he can't hit me. We're not beside each other.
Yeah, no, really good fun.
Can we get some cameras into the paddock shop? It's going down at the moment in the paddock.
It looks
right?
mental in there. I'm on the way in.
There is
I got it.
I'm not gonna lie, it's just me crashing, to be honest.
I'm gonna head to
ruined all that.
the paddock track as well for a spin.
Okay, we're going to try and put everyone in the paddock track.
I'll drop you back out there, Connor. Cheers.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Niall.
Thanks, Connor. Have fun, man.
Thanks, Connor.
See ya.
I don't know how many cars actually can fit in this paddock
I'm
track.
just cutting the track like mad just so I can catch up. That's all I'm doing.
Well, I'm chasing down Mitch Lerner, so that's as close as I'm going to get to Mitch for quite some time, I'd say.
Yeah, this virus has us locked down for a while. You won't be going to Australia anyways.
Oh, it's just crashing. They was like,
Yeah.
Connor, I crashed into
Connor's
Mitch.
in there now as well.
This is the great thing that we're going to have this server up for the next month or so. If you've got a setup and a Assetto Corsa in any way, shape or form, and if you don't, you can get onto digital-motorsports.com and they will deliver one out to you. And you can actually just join in with us. We're just going to spend a lot of time in
Josh,
here,
come
hanging
on,
out,
go.
having fun, enjoying ourselves, and trying to do as much, as much drifting as we can. We're all competing this year. Well, I mean, me and Josh. Mike is just competing in the game.
I'm going to win this game. I'm going to become a
win the match.
professional online drifter. That's what I'm going to become.
It
I
is-
will say, on the live chat, this is probably one of those social things that's going to be happening for the next month, however long this lockdown is going to be. Like, there's some fun with all the drivers, like, talking and stuff on the live chat.
Yeah,
There is,
everyone's just stuck in their
again,
house.
You know, for everyone at home, it is open to everyone. Mike and John jumping in as much as we can to kind of catch up with everybody, see what they're doing, have fun with everybody. I mean, that's a big part of it for me, is that we get to kind of still communicate with everybody who's into drifting around the world. And there is absolute carnage going on at this paddock track at the moment, which is hilarious to watch.
Josh is in front of me and he's just making up his own layout. Like, he's just
I don't know what I'm going to be honest. Am I at the front of this train?
Yeah.
Oh dear, sorry
I
guys.
don't know how many people are behind us, so just don't look back. Keep going.
There's quite a few. I'm gonna
Is
say
there
that.
quite a few? Great.
I just saw Dave at the back there, so.
We're now getting to the point where we're nearly lapping each other in.
Who's that pushing me? Oh, it's Kyle Woods, of course. Kyle, stop putting pressure on me.
But no, as I said, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to read up on some of the comments that are coming in on our YouTube channel. We hope you guys are enjoying it. Look, we'd much prefer to be putting on real events right now, but it's as good as we can get for the time being, I think. What I'm going to, let's see, if you guys have any questions, let me know. So we are going to release all the information on driftgames.life this evening at 6 o'clock. So the download for the track, where you can go to DCGP to download the cars, where the server is, how you get to it, all that kind of stuff we'll release later
The
on.
Discord, all that as well, yeah.
Yeah, the Discord channel, everything's going to be released later on our website. So driftgames.life, check out for it later on. We'll give you all the information so you can join in whenever. We're going to jump in and out for the next week. Obviously, we're all stuck in our houses at the moment and trying to turn a negative into a positive and keep things moving. And there's only so many reruns and Netflix series you can watch before you actually want to do something live. So this is what we're going to try and do.
Hey guys, it's just Niall here from Digital Motorsports. People are just pinging me to say they can hear me talking in the drivers chat as well. So just so everyone's aware in the background, we're running this, as we said, we're hoping to do it in a more pro way from Mondello, but being socially responsible, and then with the government locking it down, we're running this so everyone's sitting at home. But I'm going to see if I can get maybe Alan Hinds or someone like that to jump into the chat here as well, just before you head off, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said, we're just going to have a little chat here for a little while, and I'm going to keep reminding you guys as much as possible about that competition from Fanatec. I'm going to go back through it again with you guys. If you want to win a Club Sport wheel, basically the whole hub, the pedal, or the shifter, and the handbrake, make sure you tag us on Instagram, Digital Motorsports, tag Drift Games, tag Fanatec, take a story. If it's interesting or funny, we're going to share it on our pages.
If you make us look great, you'll have a good chance as well.
So I think we have Alan Hinds in there now, so I'm gonna unmute
Alan Hinds, how are you?
Hey guys, how's things?
Good, Alan. You're no stranger to this environment, unlike me. I cannot get over how much fun this is.
Oh man, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, look, this is where I live for 24/7 of my life, clearly. So I don't know, yeah, that's good fun. It was great to see you guys all joining us and joining the sim world. We have a blast.
We're late to the party, but we finally got there.
Here we are.
I know, I've been telling you guys for years to come on.
You really
it's
have.
called-
I know, yeah, and I actually been telling Dave we need to do this bash server for about a year as well, like, but finally it's all came together, and this is
All it took was a lockdown in the country.
a lockdown of the country, and we couldn't do anything else. We didn't have time. That's the thing. Now we just so much time.
Well, I resisted for a very long time, Alan, and this entire situation has put me in a to figure it out, basically.
Oh, well, you know what, man? It's great to have more people joining us. Like, it seems to be a big thing this year as a simulator, man. And yeah, no, it's great to be drifting with not only people in real life, but also friends as well from the real world in the virtual too. So it's always a great time. And yeah, no, let's have some more fun with it, and hopefully you guys are gonna stay.
Yeah, Alan, what competitions are you doing this year? Because I know you're big into the competitive side on this set of course and all that.
Yeah, so real life stuff. Sorry, I'm driving at the moment. I'm trying to.
Yeah, so am I. So sorry. I might say stuff.
But,
Go on, Matt Denham.
but I'm like so obviously this year in real life we did Oman at the start of the year. That was great. But virtually we do virtual championship, and unfortunately we had to miss a few events of that due to committing to the Oman championship.
Yeah.
In real life that is, but yeah, that's a lot of fun. We drive pro spec cars. I drive a 370Z and that, and then we're also doing Drift Grand Prix, which is using these cars actually.
Yeah.
It's,
Which
like
car do you prefer out of these, or which do you use? Just
from my from my perspective, I think they're all the same thing. Like
I think they are as well. Like,
but which they are. I've looked into them physically. I've been specific, but but I quite like the S13 or the 180. Both really good fun cars. And decent steering, and you can do a lot of fun stuff with it. I'm trying to drive them here with one hand at the moment.
yeah, no, I like
It's working well for me. But no, I quite like the S13 and 180. Seems to be both fun cars, but I like the Mustang too, man. That's kind of fun too.
Yeah, and that's the job. That's the job.
Mustangs can be fun at times.
The newer ones,
you'd have to
newer
say that.
Dave. I don't know if I really like
It was the least popular car of all these drivers, so we had to remove it to get other cars. So,
Oh, bless you, Dave.
how many BMWs
That's
are
very
in
close
this?
though.
It's like
Well,
all
I mean,
the
the
people
one thing I'm thinking, Alan, is that you spend half of your time in the real world, of your time in virtual worlds. You're sort of like a Neo from the Matrix version of a drifter, plugging yourself in and out. But it must be a great way of keeping yourself sharp. And of course, you came from simulators and rose up the ranks, second in the Irish Championship last year very quickly. That definitely to you was the big difference maker, was having that ability at home to practice.
Yeah, of course. It's obviously for me, it's something I have a huge interest in. I've been doing this since 2007 now with Forza Motorsport 2. I have like 20,000 plus hours, I'd say, in a sim. I don't know if that's something you should be proud of, but
20,000.
Sorry,
20,000. I think that's what I've equated it to.
I had
because-
500 on my Steam account, and I was proud of that.
I mean, that's not what I said, man. That's like Forza, R Factor, all the games since day one, So I think on Forza Motorsport 3 alone, I had about 2,000 or 3,000 hours just in tuning alone, just driving a car alone. So it's like, yeah, just a lot of time just dedicated to this. Is something I love. A lot of people play Call of Duty and stuff. I just play racing games.
Alan, you're coming up to the start finish here on Mondello. It's Niall here from Digital Motorsports. I cannot do this, right? So can you just talk us through one lap around, like how you're initiating in? I know you're driving one-handed, but I'm just loving this.
Well, I tried driving one hand there again, but I went off the track. Yeah, look, for me, I kind of carry the mentality of try to be as smooth as possible and carry momentum. That's how my driving is in real life. It's all I can do, I suppose. But yeah, look, we do a lot of driving, obviously, on the sim, and oh crap! As Oliver, sorry, I had to downshift there. Oliver Bolton spins in front of me, but
This is crazy.
I try to drive the track like I would in a real car, to be honest. I try not to burn the tires off of it and just try and be like as fast as possible. But then sometimes I come out the next lap and just do absolute stupid stuff altogether. But Oliver's gone into the wall there.
That's the fun side of it, though, Alan, isn't it? Like, you can go out and just do weird, crazy things and try them that if you tried in real life, wreck your car.
I'll try something stupid this time around, and I'll drive with two hands.
Right, okay, let's see how he gets
Why
on.
don't you do that, Alan? That sounds sensible.
Josh, how are you getting on?
I'm actually pretty much self-isolated over on the loop.
That's what we're all doing, Josh. We're all at home. No, we're not on today.
Well, there's even virtually no one around.
We're on the loop, are you?
Yeah, I'm on the loop.
I'll come out there and play with you. Hang on there, just coming under the bridge.
Thank you.
Poor old Josh and his own over there in the loop.
I'm all alone.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan favourite on the virtual. They don't like me.
No, because you just crash into everyone and say, get out of my way.
I don't.
People, you didn't make friends here. You actually met a lot of
didn't.
You met a lot of friends.
Well, Alan, thanks for talking to us. We're going to let you jump back in and get back to having some fun with the rest of the guys. And yeah, we've got another hour or so of madness to go. So I'm sure we're going to see some crazy stuff from you in it.
Josh, why don't you stop at the start-finish line there and wait for Mikey?
Yeah, just wait there. Me and Dave are coming down, Josh.
You know what? I tell you, man, you can never do this at a bash.
Don't turn around.
You can go the wrong way now in this, which would be very much frowned upon in Mondello Park. I don't know if this is teaching good or bad habits. But while we wait for Mike, who's following, we're going to do a little 3-car drift games. We're non-professional.
Are you leading this, Dave? Are you?
I'd assume I will lead it.
Yeah. Well, I'm stuck to your back bumper, so off you go. Dave,
Dave, you're supposed to be drifting.
Dave.
Mike, you're supposed to stay off the grass.
Dave's in the way. I'm out of the way. He's well too slow, he is.
How do you manage that? We're supposed to be professionals here.
Yeah, so basically, you go back.
Let's go back and watch the pros and not watch
the pros and not watch anything. We're doing.
Josh just T-boned me there for no reason.
You're
I'm just going to call it. Josh won.
Josh won. He's the only one to finish the race.
Best thing I've ever won.
So what we're going to do is remind you guys again, if you're just here at the Virtual Bash, this is just a bit of fun to launch, which we are hosting on Assetto Corsa. It will be available for download for everybody from 6 o'clock this evening. Go on driftgames.life, the website, find Virtual Drift Bash. You guys will be able to check out the download for the track, and you'll also be able to check out where you go to download the cars from DCGP. So shout out to the guys from DCGP, the Drift Corner guys. And then after that, we are going to give away an incredible prize. It is a Fanatec Club Sport wheel, a Fanatec set of shifters, and a handbrake and a wheel hub. I've got to get my lingo right on this because I've just put them together tomorrow, and they're incredible pieces of kit. About €2,000 worth of a prize. We're going to give that away to someone on our YouTube channel, but because the guys on the YouTube channel are the only ones that know this competition exists right now. But here's what you got to do: subscribe to the Digital-Motorsports.com YouTube and the Drift Games YouTube. Do that first and foremost. After that, we want you to take basically a video of yourself watching this broadcast. Tag in Fanatec, Digital-Motorsports.com, and Drift Games Live. Tag all that into your story. The funnier the better, the cooler the better, and we're going to pick someone at random who we will announce at the end of the broadcast who is going to pick up that prize. So €2,000, and remember, if you don't win, you can still get yourself a full sim rig from Digital-Motorsports.com. Those guys will basically build you to your specification a turnkey system that they can ship out to you on a pallet. You just plug it in and you can be out here driving with us. It's a great thing to do during this kind of pause of on-track activities. And if you guys have any questions, hit us up in the comments channel. I'll be happy to answer anything that's coming through. A lot of people saying that they can't wait to crash into me when they get their simulator working. That seems to be a negative thing, but I'll take it as a positive. That I'm
not gonna lie, it's quite a fun thing to do, to be honest.
So a lot of people thinking crashing into me is a good thing. I suppose
Well, people won't.
as long as they're involved. So if anyone wants to ask us any questions about if anyone wants to talk to us about the Drift Games YouTube channel, if anyone wants to talk to us, remember on that YouTube channel right now, if you are bored, we have 30 new episodes from our new Drift Games vlog series now live on this YouTube channel. You can go back. That's 9 hours of footage of us traveling the world, checking out cars. We got stuff on there where we jumped trucks. We checked out.
We bully Josh a lot.
Bullied Josh a little bit during it. We did scrap car challenges. We tried to beat the Irish land speed record. We did a drift event. We've done a lot of fun stuff in that YouTube channel the last 30 episodes. So if you are at a loss of what to do, there's 30 episodes there sitting there. We really appreciate the support. Hit it, subscribe if you guys can check those episodes out. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. We had a lot of fun filming them. We're still going to be releasing those drift games vlogs over the next couple of weeks because we have got some in the bank before the lockdown happened here in Ireland on 12 o'clock on Friday evening. So someone asked me, how long have you been drifting on a sim, Dave? Well,
about an hour.
About an hour and a half. So I'm a big dog around here. I've got all the experience. A lot of guys. Conor Shanahan was just asking me for my setup there. I said, you know what, Conor, I'm keeping that to myself. I barely turned it on yesterday. It's taken me a little while to get used to it, but I've now got to think to a point where I can actually drift at least. Someone else says they like crashing into Mike. Well, that is also an option. You can crash.
Oh, look, Mike likes to crash back, so come on, bring it on.
I will say that there's not anyone crashing into.
No, I'm actually been well behaved on this. Like, I'm trying to respect people. Trying is the key word in that sentence.
It's the first time. First everything.
Bar you.
So what we have got is a lot of fun drivers on at the moment.
I'm leading the train here, and everyone keeps following me. Go on, Sebastian, you go first.
So we have got a lot of fun drivers out there. You can see their names. This is just a shred set. No winners or losers. Just to have a bit of fun, have a bit of chat, break up the boredom and the monotony. And on the loop right now, there's a 10-car train going on through in front of the race school on the loop. It's just a crazy amount of cars from all over the world. I think, oh yeah, there you go. Matt Denham has rolled his car up onto its roof, which is a nice approach to that corner. As you can see here, look at this long angle. This is really, really cool. You can see that all the guys absolutely shredding on the international loop in Mondello Park. And it's a great way to hang out with your friends on a Sunday evening.
I think we have Mitch Lerner here. We just see. Oh, Mitch, you're on mute there. I'll unmute you now. See if this works. Are you there, Mitch?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Mitch.
G'day.
What's happening?
What's the story, man? How are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
Welcome virtually back to Mondello.
It's good to be back.
It's about time you got to a bash.
I know, finally.
Mitch, what time is it there?
I don't know. I haven't actually checked the time since I've been on here. I better check. 11:40 where I am.
That's not too bad.
In the morning or the evening? That's the question we have to ask.
Oh, it's nearly midnight.
Oh, sorry, Sebastian.
Oh, there you go. So, Mitch, obviously this season not working out to plan for you and the rest of the world, for that matter, simply because we are stuck in a shutdown at the moment, a lockdown, everything put on pause. Big plans for this year, but it's just not been an easy start for anyone, has it?
Nah, not yet. Australia's not on lockdown yet, so we're still not too bad at the moment here in Australia. But yeah, it's looking that we're going to be going down the same path as you guys. So unfortunately, it's going to put a hold to all of our drifting and preparing for Drift Masters, even if it doesn't go ahead. And yeah, unfortunately, we had to pull the pin for now, and yeah, we'll have to see what doors open up from here.
Well, I suppose I think maybe this, for a lot of drivers and for a lot of different events, this may be a reset period that we look at and say, you know, from your perspective, you know, it's not the end of the world. You can take a breather and come back stronger than ever later on and try and do something that way. But again, not ideal.
Yeah, no, of course. But yeah, no, you got to look at it in a positive way. If we all look at it negatively, obviously it'll be hard to come back. So we're just going to use this time and try and make the most of it and see what we can do to come back stronger and better next year.
Well, Mitch, last year we missed you from around the place. You came back for the final in Mondello Park. What do you think about something like this, the virtual back, for keeping drifters together and talking and chatting and all that kind of stuff? I'm not going to take credit for it being my idea. I'm going to give that credit to Kyle Woods and Mike Leeson, but I think it is a great hangout spot for anybody to keep you know, positive through these times.
Yeah, absolutely, and also most of all, it lets us interact with the fans, and the fans get to keep interactive with all of us. Obviously, me being all the way in Australia, I can't just come over to Ireland and interact with all the fans, so it's cool to see all my fans jumping back on board and watching and sending us some messages. So thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully they're enjoying what we're putting on for them.
That's the best thing about this, because with the permanent server that goes up at 6 p.m, you have that and the Discord, so at any time, like, fans can drive with the pro drivers because they're all stuck at home doing nothing. I'm sure, Mitch, you're not probably going to stay here a bit longer than 6, like, because it's that much fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course, I'll probably keep going for a while.
Yeah, exactly, so just make sure and have your sim ready to go, download it at 6 p.m and get straight on and drive with the lads.
Absolutely. I'm wondering from the guys from Digital Motorsports, can we get a follow on the group that's out on the internet loop at the moment? Can we get a follow?
Who's out there? Like who's
not out there is the question, Mike.
Who's driving well is a better question.
I'm going to be a reporter on the grid here.
You're a reporter on the grid. Right, we're going to throw it
We're
down
on
to
it.
Josh, who's on the loop.
Look at this.
Okay, I'm getting involved, guys. There's Matt Denham, Shay Rogers. There is Alan. Okay, I'm getting left for dead. I left it in second. Bollocks. I messed that up then. So there is Jack Shanahan up front. There is. I just crashed into Andy just then, and there's that many people. All the names have literally just overlapped each other. And you can't even see what's going on. Kyle Woods is in front. He's still going. Matt Denham is.
Sounds like a horse race going on here.
Sounds insane.
My money's on Kyle Woods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm taking 3 people out of.
Hang on, right, here we go. Right, Kyle, you're leading this in.
I am going to be at the very back of this, which is probably the worst place to be.
I'm sitting in the pits just watching it on YouTube because this is more interesting than not.
Okay, so I'm going to try and I'm chasing in everybody. I think there could be 6
Alan Hinds
cars
is
about to
top
take
out.
to the track.
Look at Kyle Woods chasing Conor Shanahan. Oh my god. Yes, boys.
This is probably one of the biggest.
This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant.
6, 7, 8. I don't know. 9, 10.
Right, lads, I'm on the way out. I'm going to show you how it's going.
Everyone's stopping it. Oh,
This looks like well too much fun not to be
it's
out
going to
there.
be a disaster. Oh no!
Oh, no.
Someone stopped me out of the way already. Ah!
Oh no, I killed someone.
I'm in the train. I'm involved. This is
Shoot.
Oh my God!
absolutely
Get out of there, Dave! It's too dangerous.
You're lucky to come out alive.
Cars
Never
going
get this up
absolutely
on them.
everywhere.
This is
Somehow this is still going.
Dave, you're still a rookie. Don't jump in yet.
I'm in the middle of it, Mike.
Oh, Dave! Oh no! I'm crashed.
Josh, help him.
Oh, I can't help anyone. You know what? There's as much shouting as a real bash, to be honest.
No, that's just you.
You do as much shouting as a real bash.
Right, I'm just going to wait here for you to come around and then
This is what the Drift Games Virtual Bash always the dream was. Massive trains, because in reality we start off these Drift Games Bashes weekends with 2 or 3 cars, you know, tentatively doing a couple of trains. By the end of it, it's just 20 cars going into corners. It's completely different than competitive drifting, which is meant to be. As Josh crashes into me there on the run up. This
No,
is
Shay's behind me. Oh god, I'm doing a dirty move. I'm going in between now. Oh, Dave, I'm beside you. Go in front. Go in front. Go in front. Everyone's gone silent. It's bad. Too concentrated.
There's too much concentration going on here to try and keep this going.
Dave, you're actually doing it.
I'm doing a drift, Josh.
You're doing well, buddy. Keep on going.
I'm still on
Team
the
moral
track.
support.
It's like watching your kid do his best. Yeah. Oh, Dave, yeah, just as I said it, you. Oh, carnage.
Will we ever get a complete run there? Because there's too many cars. It's incredible.
The
I'm not
cameras
gonna
can't
lie,
keep
guys.
up
I'm
with it.
honestly breaking a sweat here.
I'd say this must be the only time I have felt frightened in a there was that much going on there. There's even crashes going off in the back where we slow down.
Alright, let's see this time. Kyle Woods is bringing him around. Conor Shanahan.
They're not even. I'm stuck in the group.
Oh no, I nearly crashed into James Deane.
Don't crash into James Deane. He gets very annoyed.
I'm chasing him. Look at me, man. I'm a professional drifter.
Mike, you're about to wake up in a couple of minutes' time now.
This is like the Carney video all over again, is it?
Oh no, I'm gonna.
Oh, James, go! Yes, we're doing a thing.
This reminds me, Dave, of that time you took me out for my first ever drift bash. Do you remember that?
This was nothing like that, Niall. This is carnage. That was
Well,
just
to me,
a
this is
regular.
exactly what it looked like.
That was just a regular lap of Mondello. This is a lot of fun. So we got like 16 guys from all over Europe and the world, as from Australia.
Dave, you closed somebody's door with the back of your car. Fact.
Did do that, but the thing is, it's tough to translate it because I find, especially if you're an old school drifter, this stuff seems very alien. You do find if you get the right settings on the wheel that it drives very like your real car. Like it's you may have tried to find settings before, and you've tried a simulator and thought it doesn't really work for me. But if you fine tune it and you get the right settings, it actually does work really, really well. I'm very impressed with the Fanatec stuff. especially how the car self-corrects, the wheel spins in your hand just like a real car, the handbrake feels like a real handbrake, and with the screen so close, it actually looks very like you're actually in the car drifting with everybody else, so it's awesome. And there is absolute carnage going on here on the loop at the moment, and it's incredible.
I'm in the middle of this now, and I must admit, like, some adrenaline buzz.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not doing that. I'm at the back and a long way at the back.
Oh,
Right, I'm gonna take a break from this madness now to a few guys at home, but you can see how much. You guys have any questions for the Drift Games team? If you guys have any questions for us, just another quick reminder: if you want to win the Fanatec setup, about 2,000 euros worth of gear, Club Sport handbrake, Club Sport pedal, or not pedals, rather shifter. You get the wheel and you get the hub, so it's pretty much, you know, half the setup you need to have one of the best setups around. What you've got to do: subscribe to the Drift Games YouTube channel, hit the notification bell on, subscribe to Digital-Motorsports.com YouTube channel, and then record a story of you watching this virtual bash, and then tag in Fanatec, Digital-Motorsports.com, and Drift Games. We're going to pick a random winner later, and of course, the postal service still operating, so the guys from Digital Motorsports will be able to send you guys out that. And as I said, reminding all of you, if you want to get involved, if you want to get a rig, now is the time to do it. Tracks may be closed for the foreseeable future. Get yourselves onto Digital-Motorsports.com. Those guys are the experts. If a moron like me can get this working in a day, then anybody else in the world can get this working, because I was at my wit's end yesterday, got the guys on the phone, they figured out everything. I'm now drifting in trains with James Deane and all the rest, so that is how cool this is.
this train is the greatest thing ever. It is, like, if you just look at the list of drivers, it's just absolutely crazy what's going on here.
It is pretty crazy. And
I'm gonna ruin that. Oh, Joe Rotundi spins and takes down the whole place. Me and Dylan Garvey got out a lot. Okay.
Okay, so someone's asking me, how can you win if you tap and already subscribe to those YouTubes? No, so here's why we're doing that. So once we pick a winner on our Instagram, we are going to go and check if those people have subscribed to those channels, and that's just like a kind of a formality. So we are going to pick someone at random. We're going to basically take all the stories that we get on Drift Games today. We're going to re-story? What do you call it? Repost?
Repost, reshare, I'm not sure.
Reshare, whatever it's called. We're going to put it all on our story, and then we're going to basically pick a number randomly on a random number generator, and whatever story that is, of how many stories there are today, that is the person that wins. It's the fairest way of doing it. But we want to see some hilarious stuff coming in as well. We want to see some of you guys.
There, like, it was just on the screen of James Deane pushing me around. Like, that's a fair contender now, that is, to win.
You know what? Do you know what I want to see, Mike? This is what I want to see. I want to see someone pretend they're in Mondello by being or wet. I want to see, if you're a media guy, I want to see us taking some pictures in your full high vis of your TV screen. That's what I want to see. I want to see some virtual media.
Yeah, get creative, guys. You're at nothing else. You're all just sitting at home. Let's be honest.
We're all just sitting at home. That's all we're doing. You know, if you want us to ask any questions or to the drivers, or if you've got any questions, just watch Josh absolutely crash into the gravel there. Classic Josh.
That was that on screen. Oh, that's nice.
Unlucky, bud.
You want to ask any drivers questions. The other thing is, if you want to ask us a question, to me, we're here to answer your questions. We're here for a social hangout. That's what it is. It's not just about drifting. We're not doing a super professional thing here. We're just having some fun with the tools we have, all being separated in our own houses. So that's all we're doing at the moment. So we hope you guys are enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, let us know. If you're having fun, if you're watching, if you're enjoying the banter, if it's breaking up the boredom, let us know. You having trouble, Josh?
Yeah. I essentially just got bullied out of that train, to be honest. I waited for the guys and they just shunted me off.
If you guys are wondering how to join in with the action, well, this is a private test session until 6 o'clock. And at 6 o'clock on our website, we are going to release the track and the car park. We're going to link you to the car park from DCGP. Now, remember, there is only going to be 30 people at one time in this server, so there might be a little bit of traffic when we start off. You can, however, go practice on your own. And then as things move on, we're going to see this server sort of, you know, in my opinion, Mike, I think it'll even off as we...
Sorry, Dave, yeah, I'm just really having a serious, intense battle with Harry Kerr here at the moment. What are you saying?
So what we are going to do as well on this little broadcast until 6. Remember, we're giving away the fan setup. We are also going to encourage you guys to watch our YouTube channel. There's 30 episodes, 9 hours of madness and hilarity. And if you haven't checked out those episodes, every one of them has some hidden gems in there. We've had some really fun filming them. We're still making those. They're coming out every Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. So if you go onto our YouTube channel, hit the little bell beside the subscribe button. It'll remind you on your phone when we release a new video over the next couple of weeks. I've got some really fun stuff in the bank. I am going to release, Mike, something that we have done that is coming out soon, which is the Drift Olympic Games, which is something
Are you sure we're going to actually put that out, like, because there's a lot of...
We weren't sure. We weren't too sure. But what we've done is we knew that Olympics was postponed, the drifting was postponed. So what we decided to do was take 4 350Ds and play as many sports as possible. So we've got golf in there, football, we've got gymnastics, we've got a lot of fun stuff in there. So what I want to do is basically put that together this week. We'll have that out in the next week or two. It's really, really fun. We basically, all the team of Drift Games team challenge each other over those events. So that's coming out very soon on the YouTube channel. We're also thinking and trying to put together a documentary series based on last year's Irish competitive events. We'll let you know more in due time if that's possible. We're trying to figure out how we're going to do it without being able to move. But we are going to try. That's the whole point about this break, is that, you know, all of our events are cancelled. We were meant to be, you know, at BDC this weekend. Shout out to the guys at British Drift Championship. We're not there this weekend. We were meant to be in Yastas Marina last weekend. We weren't there. So we're trying to make the best of a bad situation. Positive, keep ourselves moving. You know, while everyone else might just put a little hold on things, we're going to do whatever it takes to keep some content rolling, to keep people chatting, to keep people socially having a bit of crack online. So we might even do some live streams on Forza. We might do some other stuff next week or so, seeing how things go. We might be able to get the whole Drift Games team onto a Forza channel. We'll see how all that goes.
We might have another bash before this lockdown's over.
I was about to say,
I'm having so much fun here.
We might have a couple of bashes, you know, for not the big pros, for the regular fun as well. Let's see how all that goes. But at the moment, it is just about launching the track tonight. Everyone having as much fun as possible. And I think I'm going to go driving. So
I think we've got Kyle Woods here as well. So I don't know if Kyle will put together this track. Of course, we'll see if we can unmute Kyle here briefly. Just give us some details, maybe, Dave, of how he put together the track and stuff. Are you there, Kyle?
The international man of mystery.
Kyle, I don't understand anything that you do. Just take that in.
A lot of people don't, Dave. We just drive.
I have no idea how you make this stuff. Talk us through, though, how you can and how you made it to where it is.
We started off with Niall's base, the Digital-Motorsports, Mondello. Mike, he got me a lot of photos and videos just of the different tracks. We went to testing, trying to fine tweak everything. The Meehan is actually, I just traced upper Meehan lines, scaled it differently, as you can probably tell by driving, it's not one-to-one scale. Fixed up just parts of the track that weren't right. Added hundreds of lines.
Lads, Kyle's in the middle of the biggest train I've ever seen. Telling us all about this, by the way.
Kyle,
Are you casually speaking like that?
no, lads, he'd send you a Snapchat of chasing you, and he'd be on your door, and you'd be hands going everywhere, and he's like, "We hurry up!" Like he's very annoying to play with.
There's one I was about to post on Instagram. There was going up. I'd say it was the biggest train we had, the best one too, and I was leading it, and it was Joe beside me, Conor beside him, Alan beside him, James beside him, and it was mad.
Oh, this is absolutely unbelievable. And Kyle, you do obviously all the competitive. You would class as like a pro sim driver, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
GP and BDC.
Yeah, you won the championship last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I champion of GP last season. It was really close between me and Christoph Rapina.
Alright.
The season before, I think it was, I finished second, and he was always thereabouts, always doing good. So he's really good as well.
That's crazy. And are you better than Conor and Alan? I'm going to put you straight on the spot.
Depends. Conor has never beat me. Conor's never beat me.
Conor's never beat you? Okay, that's good. We might actually just do some like runs together.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
That sounds like a challenge to me as well. No, that's deadly.
And
Kyle, Kyle, did he not beat you the last time at the Drift Bash when we had the thing in
Oh, well, he's never beaten me in competition.
In a competitive online competition, right? Okay.
You know, if you've done 10 times more laps than another person, you should be doing better, but you know, that side and that side. In a battle,
all gone down on the loop at the back, lads.
I'm just going around the national track by myself here, like just talking to Kyle, and I know he's in. Bye.
Anyway, we'll let you off, Kyle. Thanks for joining in.
See ya.
Josh, I'm just chasing you right here now, and you're terrible.
What? You're just saying that now. That was a phenomenal lap. I even got space for the gained ground. No, it's like.
How many lads are coming there? Oh my god, everyone's in it.
This is absolutely the most fun I've had in a very, very long.
Dave, you're really proving you can't multitask, because when you're driving you can't talk.
Oh, I absolutely can't. I absolutely
You're like 100% competing.
I'm 100%. You don't understand the fear and the sweat running down my brow when very hard to do anything. I don't even know how this is all working together, and there's that many people drifting everywhere. Oh, I've lost it. We got it. So remember, guys, if you want to win that Fanatec Club Sport handbrake, Club Sport shifters, the hub, and the Club Sport wheel from Fanatec, provided by Digital-Motorsports, who are hosting this particular you guys have to basically subscribe to the Digital-Motorsports and Drift Games YouTube channels. Then go on to your phone, Instagram story, you watching this, doing something funny, taking a photo, having a tea, it doesn't matter what you're doing something funny while you're watching this, and tag in Digital-Motorsports.com, tag in Drift Games, and tag in Fanatec. And we are going to pick a winner later on tonight of who's going to win that almost 2,000 euros worth, or maybe over 2,000 euros worth of stuff. Incredible.
It's a great starter pack for anyone, like it really is.
So let's see what we have. Any questions coming in? We want some. Let's get on, ask some questions to the Drift Game team. Let me see what else we've got here. We're going to give you guys a little shout out. Some guys saying, Sideways JFB say really struggling to get to grips with the Fanatec Club Sport setup. So am I, but that's only because I've had it for an hour and a half. So I think just take your time, get the settings right, play around with things until it feels like the car you drive in real life, or you feel like it's comfortable. What I did, and then it actually makes a huge difference. Some people saying this is like a digital gap build. It is a little bit like a digital gap build. That's not a bad.
Kind of is. We don't have the party though, unless we all kind of have a.
Well, what we're going to do later on is we're all going to basically.
We have a virtual Mondello bar. We're all going to go in there.
Just have a virtual Mondello bar backdrop, and we're all going to sit in front of our laptops and just have a beer and turn on really loud music and crowd noises in the background, just to give you that perfect feel.
Just to make it 100% bash.
Somebody just said we need a Mikey Fitz playlist. We should have definitely had the Mike Fitz playlist.
We should get the Mike Fitz playlist going on in the background. That's an upgrade for the next one. We'll get Kyle Woods on that.
Do you know what? We never thought of Mike Fitz's playlist.
Yeah.
Damn
so
it.
What we're going to try and do is get a mod from Kyle. If you're drifting, stuff like that, just in the background as you pass the bar. So just as you're going by the bar, you hear this real blast of old school 90s hits, and then you just. That would be
Conley Joe and things like that.
Conley Joe, bit of 2 Unlimited,
a bit of ABBA and Blue and
all that in there. A bit of Oasis, Wonderwall. Towards the end of the section.
The national anthem to finish it up.
Yeah, the national anthem, and then a shouts out. I'm now trying on the main track. Quite tricky, that track with the hole in the hedge, isn't it? It's quite a big deceleration.
It is. You just have to stomp on the front brakes and throw them backwards.
Tor Arne's going through there. I don't know. Are you in the chat with the commentary team here?
Who is?
What?
Is that Tor Arne Kvia?
It is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Tor, what's up, man?
Tor, what's going on, buddy?
Everything good?
Yeah, are you enjoying our Drift Games?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm laughing here, so.
Well, we didn't want to create a competition because we struggle to run those in real life at the time. So we said at least if it's a fun day out, it's just for everybody to come in and have a shred. It's kind of a little hangout while we're all sort of stuck at home. Are you guys in Norway stuck at home as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. Some still go to work. I go, but there's a lot of people at home now. I think it's around 300,000 unemployed right now. So
Wow.
It's not good.
Well, I suppose the only thing we can do is try and make the best of it coming up.
yeah, definitely.
Staying drifting, staying talking, staying in communication, you know, having a little bit of a chat in the chat rooms. That's pretty much all we can do to stay sane, I suppose, throughout this, especially for people who are used to going to events as fans or drivers. You know, it's a very weird time where there was so much drifting going on. You could go every weekend, and now just this pause. So it's a very unusual time. I suppose for you, everything just put on pause as well.
Yeah, looking at it in a different angle, it's good because we can do stuff in the car that we never have time otherwise. So, but yeah, definitely, it's weird times. We don't know anything. You don't know anything. So, yeah, we just have to wait and see what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, to take one positive from Tor from this whole situation is the inside of houses are now very clean. That's one thing. I think everyone has cleaned their house to the point that the paint has nearly come off. So I think everyone's workshop, their tool set, you know, all the stuff that no one has time to do because they're so busy. All those little things are getting done now, of course, in isolation.
Yeah.
Well,
it's true.
You've been organizing your spanners, you know, in terms of size and age at this stage.
You're everywhere, to be honest.
Who's in there?
So I think anyway, if it's 2020 or 2021, we go back drifting, it will be busy as always. So.
Well, I mean, I suppose, you know, we've all been on the road. Sometimes it's the end of the world as long as it's not too long.
Could you repeat that? I think I missed you a couple of seconds.
I was just saying, a little break can often be good to get yourself prepped up for what's to come next.
Yeah, and right now I'm just throwing it in with Joe Hatunji. So yeah, we're having revenge for the last round at Mondello, so it's good times.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, the last time you and Joe would have been drifting together, Mondello Park at the final round of Drift Masters, and this is a nice way of going back out on friendly terms without pressure and having some fun.
Yeah, and no money involved or
That's the other
No
side
competition. This is just fun.
these tires last forever compared to the real ones. So.
Well, I think
Josh.
Sorry. Oh, I made it.
Well, Tor, one of the fun things about this virtual bash is you can actually crash into Josh over and over again for a very long period of time, and he can do nothing about it. So that's what
we can talk to him directly, like what a scumbag he is on the tracks.
I'm getting a bad name for myself here.
You really are, Josh.
Doing me favors.
No, sorry for the bad language, but no, it's just all fun, and I'm actually looking forward to later on where everyone can use this server and have fun. So
yeah, the next couple of days and weeks should be fun on this server now. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, finally an open server with good cars and
a lot of different tracks. That's the best thing. There's 3 different tracks, like.
Yeah, it's really cool. So.
Well, hopefully, Tor, what we'll do after all this dies down, actual drift game is bash, and come out and have some fun at the end of the year if all goes. So.
Oh yeah, that would be so cool.
Let's hope for that. And as I said, best of luck in all your longer than usual preparations for the season, and we'll see you rip for the next hour here. Let's try and get some massive trains going, entertain the people at home, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity, and yeah, thank you guys. Have fun. Talk to you later.
See you soon, man.
You too, dude.
So, Josh, have you got any better? So I was talking to Tor.
Me and Harry Carroll are really killing it here going under the bridge, Dave. If you want to join in with us, come on, Harry, let's go.
I'm going with you, the two of you now. We'll see how much killing it you're doing, Mike. Self-praise is no praise, Mike.
All the self-praise is great. If I know I'm great.
I'm blaming my car and been rubbish.
That must be a Kilmeek phrase, isn't it, Mike? All self-praise is great.
Can we try and get Harry onto the chat?
If you want to bring him in here, while we're...
Well, I'm right on his door. I could nearly
Harry, you there? Yeah. This is good fun now, what me and you were doing here for the last few minutes. Dave's going to ruin it now, watch, he's going to crash into us.
Harry, I just crashed into you there at the moment, so are you happy about that? Are you sad?
Tear away, as hard as you can hit me.
Harry, did you learn to drift on the sim first or in real life? Which was it for you? Real life first, and then you went to the sim.
Yeah.
That's sharp. And do you find it helps you like as a training tool, as a practicing tool?
Oh, unbelievable. Free practice.
Free practice, that's it. Like we could be just sitting watching telly now, but we're just doing lap after lap. Are you going to lead or what? Go on.
Yeah, you stop drag racing. No, it's good crack too.
Yeah, it is. It's good fun, like especially when there's lots of boys on the server.
I was just thinking, Mike. I mean, the one good thing is, imagine the unlikelihood of me going door to door with James Deane or Tor or even Harry.
Imagine the unlikelihood of me doing it, Dave.
That's an even bigger point. Fair play.
You know what I mean? I've only bought a 350. I don't have near this power to keep up with all the big kids.
But it is a lot of fun. And the good thing is, it's familiar too. If you're a driver in Mondello, a nice way of driving a track that you're used to. It feels the same as the actual Mondello layout. So if you have ever done it in Mondello,
sorry, Harry.
I don't know. Do you agree with that, Harry? It translates very well to people.
100%. The thing I help with most is like, if you have a track there before an event, you can learn the line from it. It means it's first run of practice, you know where you're going.
And it is realistic. Like this is like driving the bash. No, you're doing the same things in the same spots, same initiation points.
100%.
Yeah.
Funny, it was
that's the best thing about it. Yeah, funny they're the same cars. I wish I had this E21 in real life because it's unbelievable.
Well, I'm just about to say that this is the cheapest way everyone's going to get a Eurofighter this weekend.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And the good thing is you can try things as well that probably you wouldn't try in your afraid of crashing. But this you can sort of test the limits a bit, Harry, and figure out how to do backwards entries and all that kind of stuff, and then you're not, risking it so much. You've got the practice in before you try it in real life.
Yeah, for sure. I have a wee button here on the side of my wheel, and it means you can try anything and just disappear.
You don't have that in real life. I really wish I had one. It'd be a lot cheaper.
Mike was saying that when he was gridding, had a button to just fire on the line, it would be absolutely fantastic. We're going to try to do one more lap, Mikey. There's a great train coming in on the bridge.
This is actually good fun now, coming under the bridge. Oh, Harry, go on. Yes!
Oh, I'm in the gravel.
I'm trying to push me into the grass here, bro.
You're just in the way, being honest with you. Just get out of the way.
So we're going to shoot back to the comments if anybody else is...
No, I'm gone, Harry. I'm gone, Harry. Ran out of talent.
So if you guys are wondering what the situation with how you can get involved, mind you, joining us. Excuse me, we are live. And we are live from each and every one of our bedrooms and houses, so we are not in the studio. We were planning to do it in the studio, just three of us in a fairly large area this weekend in the Virtual Race Academy in Mondello Park. But unfortunately, due to the lockdown here in Ireland at 12 o'clock last Friday, we've had to kind of scramble together to try and make this online system work without a lot of planning. So we're hoping it's gone glitch-free for you guys at home and you're having a bit of fun watching. I'm going to remind you guys that you can download this track and we will let you know the name of the server on the driftgames.life website tonight, 6 o'clock or thereabouts. And the car pack we're using is from Drift Corner Grand Prix. So the Drift Corner Grand Prix cars are probably the nicest and best out there. And we're using those, so shout out to those guys. We're going to be using their cars for this, and they're really, really cool. So after that, we want to remind you guys again of how you can win a Club Sport handbrake, a Club Sport hub, and Club Sport Fanatec steering wheel. It's like a drift wheel, and all of that stuff together. Here's what you do. You subscribe to the Drift Games YouTube channel and Digital-Motorsports YouTube channel, and then you head over to Instagram. You take your phone out, you record yourself watching this broadcast, doing something funny, having some fun. We want to see some creative stuff. We're all at home. Let's be creative in the drift world. See some virtual media. I want to see some people doing some things you would do at a drift event, imitating what you would do at a drift event. Send us some funny stories. Tag in. This is most important. Tag in Drift Games, tag in Digital-Motorsports.com, and tag in Fanatec. We are going to take all of those stories, upload them onto our Drift Games Instagram feed today, and then we're going to hit a random number generator, and whatever number your story is in that sequence, you're going to win the prize. So you can keep
I would also like... Sorry, I was going to add, I would like to see someone doing commentary over the top of the trains.
Nice, yes. I would like to see someone doing their own commentary in the best impression of maybe me or Eddie Power. wanted to,
Get the hands, guys.
Get the hands moving. You know, as I said, that's what it's all about. Having some fun. If you're a drift fan, do something that you find fun. Imitate someone from drifting. Pretend you're driving along. Pretend you're a fan sitting on the sideline cheering someone on. Pretend you're a media taking a photo. Anything at all would be really, really funny to see. And again, we are all stuck at home, and this is a nice little breakaway just from watching reruns on Netflix and all that kind of stuff. So we're just having some fun with it. It's not super professional. It's not meant to be. It's just a shred session, and the boys are out on the track having an absolute blast right now. So if you've got any questions for any of the Drift Games team, if you've got a question for me, Mike, or Josh for this short period of time, hit up on the YouTube and I will tell the boys, because they're obviously playing. I can see the comments rolling in. Any plans for the M4, Dave? So we've done a vlog series which you guys might not be aware of, or might be aware of. 30 episodes in, you'll see it on our Drift Games channel, and in one of those episodes I bought an M4. And any plans for it? Yeah, I've done front lip carbon. Instagram for the giveaway. Drift Games, Fanatec, and Digital-Motorsports.com. Make sure to tag them in your story. We want funny stories, guys. We want something that's a bit fun, something creative, something different. Put your mind to it. We will be only sharing one story from every person. I don't think we'll be sharing multiple stories, so make it a good one. How can we play this? Well, you can play this by having a Assetto Corsa on your PC and a sim rig. If you want to get yourself a sim rig, get onto Digital-Motorsports.com. Those guys will be able to hook you up with a turnkey solution so you get out here shredding with us. Josh, are you still there?
I'm still there, so you cut out there for a second there.
Did I cut out there for a second?
Yeah, I'm not sure if my internet's the best, but I can hear you now.
He is, I'll put it this way to you, we're at the mercy of 16 to 18 different internet connections are all at the mercy here of. So hopefully it all keeps working. So I'm hearing word at the moment, I'm not checking, but Keen, who is at home, and Keen, one of our team members of Drift Games, is saying we are getting some of the funniest Instagram stories at the moment. People in their showers taking photos. Oliver Evans doing burnouts while watching it on his phone. A lot of fun stuff. We want to get creative here, guys. We want you guys to get out there, get as creative as you can. Don't go too far. Don't put anyone at risk. But if you're at home having fun, I want to see people imitate what you would do at a real event. Remember, this weekend, the British Drift Championship was meant to go down. We want you to do something you would be doing at the British Drift Championship or having fun with it. So, someone asked about the car packs. The car packs, as I said, are from Drift Corner Grand Prix. If you go onto their website or follow them on Instagram or Facebook, you'll be able to find out where the car packs are. Drift Corner Grand Prix. I'm saying, what if you don't have Instagram? Well, get Instagram, because it's it's not around just this week. It's been around for a while. It's also the easiest way of us tracking stuff. Do send us some funny stuff. It's on Facebook if you can. We are just using Instagram because it's quite easy to repost all of the stories. What is the server room name? Well, the server is private at the moment. It will be public this evening from 6 o'clock onwards. Expect it to be kind of on lockdown for maybe a day with so many people trying to get in there. But it will steady itself out. You guys can come and drift with us. From your perspective, Josh and Mike, we're all up and running. So even if we don't have some of the guys, James Deane and all those guys in, we will be going in at certain periods and live streaming it so that you guys can come in and rip with us, right?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I'm not going to lie to you, Dave. I'm probably going to spend a lot of time in this server.
So basically what we're saying is me and Josh will join you. You're there all the time.
I'm there permanently. I'm kind of part of the furniture in Mondello at the moment.
Yeah, so basically you're parked up in the game for the 2 weeks, just cutting the grass, making sure everything is running okay, clean, just checking out the bins, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
Putting a spot of paint on it,
Cleaning up.
Cleaning it up every evening after everyone's wrecked it in the game.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to try and get James Deane in here. He's having a bit of a mic issue, but we'll just see. Are you there at the moment, James? No, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to James in a bit. He's a bit shy. He doesn't get much interviews, right?
Yeah. He's not used to talking.
He's not used to talking about drifting now. That would be really out of his comfort zone. The footage coming back from this again, because we're in the game and we know the guys from Digital-Motorsports are putting in the train footage looks insane at the moment. There is about 20 cars going around that international track and it looks crazy. I think I'm going to get involved in the action here, and I can see that.
Whereabouts are you, Dave?
I'm just coming onto the track on turn 1 and I'm chasing a massive train of Tor Arne Kvia and half of Drift Masters going through the hole in the hedge of Mondello, if that is a real statement.
I'm not entirely sure Dave has a reset button, so every time he's talking, he just drives himself into the gravel, I've realised.
He can't multitask, I really have learned that.
No, do you know what I'm doing?
You're drifting away here, Dave, and just talking like normal.
No, yeah, well, I can't multitask, but I can also not look at the comments. And that's the same as texting.
Oh, the comments, I get that now. Yeah,
it's very dangerous, Mike. You're not taking into account. I could crash into a wall. I could crash into anything. I just don't want to be that risk on track of.
I had a look back. Hello, James Deane.
Hello.
How are you, James Deane?
Oh, I'm finally after figuring this out.
Welcome to my world, James. I spent 40.
I think real drifting is easier.
It is well easier.
To be honest with you, I know as little about this as I do. That's a very big statement. And but we got to go. You're in the virtual drift bash. Are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, definitely. I've honestly spent most of the time just trying to get in and get the mic working and this headset working, because I just collected it off the guys at Digital-Motorsports, but now it seems to be working. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you perfect.
Sweet, awesome. Right, let's try to drive. How are you guys?
Well, I'm just going to explain to you, right? So the handbrake is what locks the back wheels, right? And
if the power bogs down, clutch kick it, like that really works.
Yeah. Now, look, you're not going to get it on your first go, James. So we're going to give you a little bit of time. But you have driven a manual car before, you have?
I have. My mother's Yaris. I love that thing.
It's a bit like that. They have these BMWs in them with big body kits from Latvia, right? They're very good.
I keep crashing them.
You keep crashing them, do you? So
they're quite expensive to crash too.
Yeah.
So James, obviously the season on hold for you on both sides.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange start to the year. But you know, it could be worse. It could be worse. We have 1 second now. Let me mute this, because now that should be better. Can you hear me better there?
I can.
Yeah. So the sound of the car was distracting me. It's a strange start to the year, but you know, we're all healthy, which is the main thing, and I'm very lucky to be able to play these sims. That is for sure. Best time ever to have one.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. So far, I haven't had much of a chance to spend much time on it, because I've been just catching up on cleaning up the workshop and doing things like that, tying up loose ends. But I think the next couple of months we'll see a lot of sim driving. It's really a lot of fun.
And James, I mean, you were you were early to the party drifting at 15 or so, but you were late to the sim party. Like it is pretty incredible what you can do now.
It's unbelievable. Like the biggest thing I had to get used to was perception of speed, and just visual. Like once you get used to the screen around you and things like that, it just becomes really fun, and it's definitely brilliant practice. It's great for reaction, concentration, and you can just keep doing laps without spending loads of money and burning off expensive tires. So it's definitely well worth it. And my favorite thing is when you crash badly, you can just press reset.
You really wish you could do that in real life, I think.
Oh my god, I wish I could have done that in Jaffa, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, now you can go out and crash into the same place all day with no cost.
Yeah.
And this idea of a virtual bash, James, I mean, the idea was that instead of having to keep jumping, which I found complicated, you know, if you have a bunch of friends and you're drifting and you want to go to a different track, you got to get out of the game, go into the game, go out of the game. This, we put the 3 tracks together like the Drift Games Bash. So you can kind of just keep it interesting as long as you can in Mondello. And you've driven at the actual Drift Games Bash. It is a nice setup having those different options to drive.
It's absolutely brilliant, and this is exactly like the real thing. Just as I said, with a lot more crashes. But it's really, really enjoyable. All the different track layouts. And having this many pro drivers on the layouts from all over Europe as well is brilliant. But yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of struggling. or probably here. But no,
you're
really.
only new, James. Relax. You know, pace yourself. You're only starting. You know.
I know, I'm going for the big dives before I even know what to really do, but no, it's brilliant.
As I said, James, and again, you know, the season, probably a time, I was saying to Tor Arne Kvia there, probably a time to do a lot of jobs to cars that you probably wouldn't have done in the past simply because you didn't have the time. Now everyone has plenty of time.
Yeah, I must say the BMW is more like a show and shine car at the moment. It's absolutely like brand new, so it's quite weird, and it could be staying that way for a bit. It's very hard to know what to expect over the next couple of months, but you know, these things happen. It's just one of those things. We're kind of living in the middle of, I guess, something huge that's going to be in history books in 20, 30 years, and you just have to try our best to stay safe and have fun. And I think the world of sim drifting and sim racing is the absolute perfect thing to do because you can do it from home. Oh my god, yeah.
It's like doing an interview while you're doing a battle, isn't it? It's just crazy.
I find an interview while doing a battle probably easier because I need to concentrate really hard while playing the sim. Because you just forget, you don't have the G-forces kind of giving you the feeling of what speed you're actually doing.
Yeah.
That's the bit I struggle with.
That's the hardest thing it takes to learn speed.
Yeah, but that's the only thing. It's really enjoyable. I absolutely love it.
I think the only thing to say, James, is that you know, I think from a social aspect as well, it's great to be able to jump on board, keep in touch with all the guys on the grid, stuff, and with this sort of platform, our idea is that, you know, fans, drivers, media, everyone who has this platform, Assetto Corsa, which is pretty common, can jump in here and have it that, you know, instead of being kind of solitary and on their own, you know, even if they are working in workshops, it's nice to jump on, have a chat, ask questions, see how everyone else is going on. And I suppose we're all staying as safe as possible, you know, isolating ourselves while we need to. So it's a good mental release as well.
Oh, it's brilliant, especially today is obviously the last 5 minutes is the first time I've had the mic working, so I'm you know, looking forward to being able to mess around with Conor and a few of the lads now over the coming weeks and just enjoy it and try to get better at it. But it's really enjoyable. Like, Conor has been a big help when I first got it, just setting up all the basic things and telling me how to download tracks, and it takes a bit of getting used to it at the start, but once you start getting used to it, it's absolutely brilliant.
As I said, I'm still definitely not at the getting used to it stage yet. I'm at the crash into everybody and annoy everyone very good at this stage. So that's where I'm planning to be for the next 2 weeks, and then maybe just towards the end get the hang of it. But
I think we're kind of on level fields there at the moment.
Yeah. I found you've got the new Fanatec setup as well, James. Does, get the settings right, feel very like a real car.
It really genuinely does. Like the amount of settings on the wheel is incredible, and you just have to have the time to go through it, try different things, get a different feel for it, and see what works for you as a driver. But like in this car at the moment, the 180, it's even though I'm in the grass, it feels really realistic, like the feedback, the way it comes through your hands, and it's just so adjustable. You can almost make it feel like, you know, any car with different steering setups. So it takes time, but it's an incredible piece of kit, that's for sure.
And you've obviously had your own personal sim rig done by the guys at... We were just saying it earlier, it does help, especially if you're not used to computers and you're not used to setups. I know a lot of guys are self-taught. It's very handy with those guys that they do that turnkey system. You grab a system, build it to your specs, and then they just drop it off. So you don't have to spend a huge amount of time researching everything you need and how to turn it on.
Absolutely, the guys have been extremely helpful. Even if you're in trouble late at night, they just jump on, try to help you out in any way they can. Really sound bunch of lads that have a huge passion for doing what we all do, and just, you know, turning a dream into a reality. So brilliant bunch of guys, and very helpful, to be honest, for me, because I've been so busy all the time. If I was trying to build my own sim setup, it probably would have never happened. So the guys were a huge help to me to make, you know, to get me off the ground and get me to where we are, and I must say it's the best year ever to get your hands on one.
The
That's for
timing
sure.
was right, I guess. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
James, just from your perspective on this year, of course, you've done the Oman Championship. Do you sort of, you've been so busy the last 3 or 4 years, almost every weekend, committing to events, 3-4 championships a year, events here and there. Is the break welcome a little bit for you in the sense that it's a nice time to reflect and just kind of take a little bit of a breather? And maybe, I often think that you've achieved so much in the last 3 or 4 years. Have you really had any time to sit down and have a think about it? And maybe this is that time.
To be honest, you have a fair point. Like, it's been a crazy roller coaster of a few years because doing 3 championships in the season is it's a lot, especially the way it starts. So Oman used to start pretty much in January and that'll go on till February. Then in March you'll be starting to test for FD, and April FD starts. May we were testing the likes of the BMW, and the European season starts. So it's just been pretty much 12 months round the clock for the last few years. So it is giving me a big chance to just, I guess, sit back and catch a break. And but to be honest, it's not the way I would like to do it because it's a crazy crisis. But I'm gonna take it, take it to relax. I'm going to start doing a few YouTube videos and things like that while I have the time at home and show people a bit more of what I get up to in now that I have spare time, and show them around the workshop, show them a bit of what I do in the sim, and just kind of make good use of the time off.
Well, I suppose, look, as I said, I'm going to leave you to have some fun in the game. We might get a quick chat in with you before we finish up this evening, but thanks for joining us. I hope you're... Will you be tipping in and out of the server now over the next couple of weeks, so some random fans might join in when James Deane is out practicing?
Yeah, definitely. I'm well up for it. So if I have a bit of spare time during the day or the evening, God knows when, I'll definitely be jumping on. I haven't had a chance to play the sim in the last couple of weeks, but I have a bit more free time now, so for sure.
Awesome. Well, James, we'll chat to you in a few minutes. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So Mike and Josh are still with me? Still having fun?
Just about. My headset kept on cutting out, but I turned some things on the internet off, and it seems to be fine now. So I can
Josh, don't turn things off on the internet. Everybody uses. Just turn
How
them
does
off
he
on their
have
computer.
control of the internet?
How have you got control of the internet? Is it in your house?
It's in my house. I've been keeping it the whole time.
Jesus, that is the greatest catastrophe the world has ever seen. If the internet, there's probably a cup of tea on top of it.
Yeah. Whereabouts you guys? You still having fun going around, yes?
I am on the loop. It is as mad as it is the whole time.
I made the professional choice, Mike, to isolate myself to stop crashing and ruining Alan Hinds.
Is that you parked down in turn 1?
No, that's not me. I'm out on the loop at the moment now. But as I said, guys, I remind everyone that there is stuff to still do for drifters and drift fans in this lockdown. We have got 30 episodes, 9 hours of Drift Games footage. All brand new series is now streaming on YouTube on this very channel. Guys, go back and watch the episodes. Even if you think the thumbnail or the subject matter, there's so much in each episode. So many cool people we've met, so many cool cars we've seen, so many cool stuff we've done before. We've had to take a little break, and we are going to continue with our vlogs for the next little while. We have got some stuff in the background. As I said, the Drift Games Olympics, or Drift Olympic Games, or whatever we're calling it.
Can't even remember what we call it.
We don't even know. We've made up.
I don't even know what it is. It was a lot of fun. We had the whole team competing in sports against each other in 350Zs. That's coming out very, very soon. Me and Josh are currently in the script writing process, Josh, of trying to create a Drift online show or a series that we might put together in the next couple of weeks. Not easy at the moment, but we are looking at doing something similar but different to Drift Heroes for the Weekends we did a couple of years ago.
You went quiet then. Hey, did you ask me a question?
Ask you a question.
So, I haven't turned enough of the internet off.
You got to turn the internet back on. I was saying we are going to try and do an on show.
Yeah.
But it's difficult at the moment with obviously us all being isolated. But tell us what you have in the hard drives from last year's competitive season.
Well, essentially, last year we kind of said before the season even started, I was going to be filming the championship from a different perspective. So the majority of the time I was actually in the pits. So I'd be filming kind of the stuff that you wouldn't usually be seeing. So I'd be spending time with the mechanics and the spotters and kind of things, putting like not secret microphones on, but kind of putting the microphones on the people that'd be talking to the drivers to get a bit of an insight and stuff. And like, to be honest, like I'm the only one that's seen this footage, so no one else can say what it's like. But like honestly, some of the stuff's like, it's very ridiculous. Like the high stress situations that they get into and everything like that, and like it's very insane. It's sort of like a drift reality show. But obviously, so we didn't essentially have time to go fully forward with that plan. So with this time off, well, not time off, time at home isolation, I've been able to film for the YouTube channel, which, well, me and Dave are trying to modify the script slightly. So we've already done some pre-interviews, but obviously we can't go to do the original plan because we can't go out to drivers and interview them. But we've already done some things and everything like that. So we're trying to piece something together, and hopefully it will be a YouTube series, film-esque type thing, similar to the F1 Drive to Survive style.
Yeah, that's what we're taking as a bit of an inspiration, is something that's behind the scenes, the stuff you've never seen. So we're working on that. It's not going to come out
stuff the fan actually doesn't see realistically.
Basically everything.
It's based on everything no one sees, like from the grand.
Everyone's eyes are front and center on the track, and that's just a whole different event happens behind the scenes, and it's crazy. It is. I love it.
Yeah, I think we're probably, because we don't Irish drifting anymore, we can be a little bit more open and risky in this of what we show happens behind the scenes. So that's something we're working on. We will, of course, keep you guys updated on the social channels from Drift.
Let's release all the secrets.
All the secrets.
I never thought I'd be doing a three-car train with James Deane and Mitch Lerner. This is absolutely crazy.
This is like
it's crazy. It seems to be getting a bit dark in it, but sure. Look.
Does it get dark in the game?
The sun goes down. Nearly an hour and a half of this, Dave.
Is this real time? Is this like real weather and everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No way!
That's what it's like in Mondello right now.
That's what it's like in Mondello right now.
I may have popped people's eardrums then from shouting.
I think we have Joakim there, do we? Is he in this chat?
Yeah.
Hey Julian, how are you?
I'm fine.
I said welcome to the Virtual Drift Games Bash.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a lot of fun. It's like Gatterbill, so
yeah, it's just crazy, isn't it?
As I said, it's like Gapville with more Guinness and more Irish people and
in your house.
In your house. Yeah. So I think we're all going to have a beer later on. That'll sign it all off. So thank you so much for joining us. What do you think of the... well, first of all, if there's Irish fans watching, they may not be familiar with who you are. So give us a little bit of an intro of who you are.
Yeah, my name is Joakim Gjerde. I have been doing professional drifting since 2008, I think. 2008, yeah. So I started doing drifting when I was 17. I'm not really good at talking and driving, so you guys maybe see.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm driving a BMW M4. Debuted it 2015. We're good with Festival of Speed, and did compete in Drift All Stars back in the days. So now I'm finally returning to Drift Masters this year. So really looking forward to return to European drifting.
And how long have you been?
Goodwood. I remember. I actually. Is that like a black and wine coloured M4?
Yeah, that's right.
You tore it up that year, right? Like in against a flint wall completely sideways, if I remember.
Yeah, I was lucky that the year. The car worked really well, and it was loads of fun.
Well, that's great. Here's a question for you. We've created this virtual drift bash. So this is very much based on these events we do in Ireland, which are very similar to this. You have 3 different tracks. You can go between them on a day. Are you having fun out there? Is this a nice way of staying busy before the eventual start of the season, whenever that may be?
Yeah, it's good to have some time to focus on something else, and I think everyone on this bash here loves drifting, so it's good to drift with people that are a bit higher level than what you usually find online.
Well, I mean, Josh is still in there, so I don't know if that's the case.
You literally said that as I got stuck in a bush.
Nice.
So you're heading towards Drift Masters this year. Are you heading there in the M4 when it all kicks off?
Yes, in the M4. So we are currently getting a new look on it. The technical aspect of the car is pretty similar to what we have run the last couple of years. It's something that we're familiar with, so we're aiming on having a really reliable car. But the looks will be very different this year, so looking forward to that.
Oh, we're really looking forward to seeing you rip with Europe's best whenever the season starts going. And at the moment, it's looking like an optimistic June when things kick off in Poland. But hopefully that is the case. So you've been doing some other stuff though outside of drifting as well. Was I right in saying you've done some stunt driving as well?
Yes, I've been lucky to do some stunt driving. It was kind of like I don't know. It was kind of random, but after I did Red Bull Drift Shifters in Liverpool 2018. James Deane, Osbo, and myself got a phone call from a director from USA called Michael Bay, and they wanted us to do some stunt driving in a movie. So that was pretty fun.
Just as you do, just get a call from Michael Bay, you know, casual. Yeah. Who's this? So when you got called up, was it like was it disbelief? Was it were you shocked?
To be honest, it was he had like he had another guy that was calling for him, but anyway, it was a phone call directly from Hollywood, and I to be honest, I thought it was a joke at first, and they just asked me like, hey, this is Joey from 600 Ground, we need a drift driver down in Italy, are you available? And I'm like, sure, what's up? And they have checked, and there was a flight leaving in 1 hour, and wanted me to jump on board that. So ended up me being in Italy for 4 weeks. So that was pretty cool.
That is a very, very cool story. And did you get to meet Ryan Reynolds?
We did some pretty cool shooting scenes together with Ryan, and that was pretty cool. I was usually in the black Mercedes AMG, and we were doing shooting scenes, so it was crazy. To be honest, I got handed a machine gun, and to be honest, I never fired a gun in my life before. But when they asked me the question like, "We need a bad guy for this scene. Who could be the bad guy?" and they handed me a machine gun, I was up for it. So,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
So you're having some fun with us here online for the next. We've got another maybe 20 minutes left of this. This is the sort of launch party of this virtual server. Are you going to be jumping in and out for the next couple of weeks on here for all the fans when they all start joining in?
Yeah, I will. I got this simulator set up a couple of weeks ago and finally getting the grips of it. So it's a good way of testing out different techniques and setups and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to see how it is compared to real life, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm awful in real life and awful in the game, so far I think it's pretty accurate. So,
100% accurate.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll let you get back to ripping around with the boys on track.
Have fun, man.
Thanks a lot.
Cool. So Mikey and Josh, it's really fun drifting with so many different.
It's nice to meet new people as well. Like, this is crazy. Like, I think so many people in this.
The first time I realized that the social aspect, that last year, you know, we would go to the British Drift Championship and so many people would know who you were just from having conversations online. So it is a nice social place for drifters.
It really is, like, and it's good just to drift with like-minded people, but from your own house and at no cost, realistically. Like, your simulator is a once-off payment, really. That's the way it works. Every track day after, that's free. Like, you think of how many tires would we went through for in Mondello today?
I can
Fuel.
imagine.
You know what I mean? Maintenance on car, I would have wrecked this car about 100 times already today. I'm still out here doing laps.
I crashed into the pole when coming out of the pit lanes. Imagine
that's embarrassing.
So I'm just going to remind everyone about what we got. 15 minutes left on this stream, so we are giving away. It won't be in the stream. We're going to be giving it away on the Drift Games Facebook and Instagram. We're going to announce who the winner is. So here's what you got to do. There's only 15 minutes left. You got to do something creative, something funny. You've got to basically do an Instagram story. Well, before you do the Instagram story, you got to basically subscribe to the YouTube channel of Digital-Motorsports and of the Drift Games channel. So basically, and also hit the notification bell, little bell beside the subscribe button. That means you're notified every time we go out live like this, or you can watch 30 of our previous vlog episodes that are streaming live now. Great way to kill some time. So basically, subscribe to those two YouTube channels. That's Digital-Motorsports and Drift Games. Then get on your Instagram, get a story going. and I want you to do something funny, something you would do at a drift event, something you do if you're a media guy. Would you take a photo? Are you cheering people on your TV? Or you just do something that's very quintessential drifting that you can do at home, and it's a replica or an imitation of what you can do. If you want to imitate some commentary, if you want to imitate a driver, if you want to do anything, just do something funny. We're going to try and share as many of those stories. And when you're making that story, tag in Digital-Motorsports.com, tag in Fanatec, and tag in Drift Games. Drift Games _life, or .life actually rather. So Fanatec, Drift Games, and Digital-Motorsports.com. Tag those three in. Send us the story. It's impossible for us to put all the stories up now because we've got hundreds of entries, but all of the entries that you send are entered. We're going to count through them all. We're going to put a random number generator on, and whatever number you are, we're going to basically you're going to win the prize, and we're going to announce it on the page. Now, here's the thing. Everybody's story you send, we're going to be in the draw. However, if you send us something funny, you're just cooler than everybody else, and we're going to put
it's
it
style
on.
points. It's kind of like
style points.
Yeah, we'll give you some style
So
points.
we're going to put those stories that are very interesting on our actual social media stuff. We're just trying to come together as a drift community. This is in no way a professional setup. Do not even pretend to think that we are doing something professionally. We plan to do this in a studio, but here we are. I'm in my spare room. The boys are the same.
I'm in my kitchen in my slippers. Just remember.
And that is not. I mean, that there.
And I'm also wearing racing gloves. You know, like what a world we live in.
Slippers
I was going to ask that. My hands are hurting from.
Yeah, no, that's why I was wearing the gloves. It's just gives you a bit more grip
not
on the
bad
steering wheel
idea.
and doesn't burn your hands.
So hold on a minute. The level of professionalism we're at now is Mike is wearing.
Dave, I have a Simpson helmet and hands device. So you know that.
Oh, I put hands device on in the kitchen.
Yeah, just in case. Like the dog might jump up me and hurt me.
Well, you might put the helmet on, and yeah. So as I said, we're all using the Fanatec setups, and we've all had them sorted out by Digital-Motorsports.com.
We're not all using the Fanatec setups now. Remember,
Me and Dave are.
I'm not.
The cool kids are.
The cool kids, the idiots that didn't buy a simulator and then just get one last minute.
we ran and got one last minute. So basically, Digital-Motorsports.com hooked us up with Fanatec themselves. We are going to be building some cool stuff with Fanatec. We can't do everything we wanted to do, so our plan, as Mike, we would have shown in one of our YouTube videos, crazy old school 90s arcade machines, Battle Gear 4, D1 GP, actual original mint arcade machines, and we're going to retrofit or modern fit all of the Fanatec stuff into them, modify them, I guess is the right word, and make simulators that look like 90s arcade machines but play like a modern simulator. We were in the starting process of that. We have our Fanatec gear.
We did our welding course and everything. We're ready for it.
Yeah, a welding course, yeah.
Everything. We're professional welders now.
We all can weld now. I'm sure it'll last.
We did all that stuff, and basically what we did was we had to put that project on hold for the meantime. But me and Josh basically stole all of the Fanatec stuff for those arcade machines and brought them home so we could have something to do for the next 2 weeks. So that's
the worst thing is you have to give it back now. That's the thing. So I'm still happy with my Trustmaster setup because it's going to be here next week.
When we get out of quarantine, Mike, I might just. So I might just stay in here and then have to break the door. I'm in love with this Fanatec setup. It's amazing. Also, on top of that, guys, we are continuing with our vlog series online every Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Excuse me, and our online merchandise shop is still open. So brand new merch shop. Yeah, merch shop has just launched a brand new line of Drift Games gear. It came out last Monday. Limited stocks. We are still shipping. Get yourselves on to driftgames.life. So to get your Instagram story in for the competition, go to driftgames.life. Afterwards, you can check out where to get all the virtual bash settings. You can also pick yourself up something cool in terms of merch and gear and all that good stuff. And then you can also go onto our YouTube, subscribe, and hit the bell. And then you can go back and watch over 30 episodes of us having absolute nonsense on a vlog for the last 30 episodes all around the world. The Drift Games team had a lot of fun. I know you guys mightn't have checked out all the episodes. Now is the time to binge watch. Now is the time to catch up. They are all streaming live as well. So before we get to the end of this, Mike, I'm going to do some laps here now because I've been sitting in the gravel trying to concentrate on talking.
We're all out in the back loop here. There's like 10 cars in a row and I'm leading it for some reason, which is not
What I can't understand here
Mike,
is
I'm in the train. It's literally you and Dylan Garvey.
Alright, is there a gap?
There's a big gap. I'm not sure if the lads are back.
I just see a heap of people in the mirror, that's all. I don't look back, Josh, just look forward.
Try and get everybody onto the back loop and just do the biggest train ever.
Yeah, so Mike,
everyone out the loop.
Do you want to jump into the other channel, Mike? Tell all the 10 minutes, all on the loop in one big train.
Who's drawing short straw and going first?
It's definitely not going to be me. I wouldn't trust me to go around the first one.
Go on, Dave. Pull up to the line.
Right, I'm gonna pull up the line to go first then. with Mike and Josh. Oh God, the three of us are going to lead this in, which is an absolute disaster.
Oh heavens! There's a riot for the pit. Alan.
Oh, here we go.
Alan and James Deane.
I'm initiating in the grass.
It's not a good start, Dave, but carry on.
There was no room on the track. I had to initiate it in the grass.
This is just insane.
Niall, you're a man that does a lot of iRacing.
Switching places.
This is something that would be fairly frowned upon in any other form of.
The fact that what I'm loving about this, Dave, is the fact that you actually kind of hacked together. Well, Kyle did the track to create this, and yeah, I've never seen anything like this in the sim world ever.
And the thing is, that's what drifters do. We're the outlaws of circuit and absolutely destroying it. That's pretty much what we do. Right, Josh, I'm chasing you. Yeah,
chasing me.
And we got everybody pulling up to the line. Look how many cars. It's never going to work.
Oh, we'll have.
I've accidentally.
Josh went on. Well, we'll have to.
Josh, you
take
on your own.
Doing this is get all the actual libraries on.
Oh, yeah! As if you're coming towards me, this is a disaster. I went to turn around, guys.
You went to turn around and 14 cars came drifting into the corner.
And I'm just the
Mike should be back
left
now.
out kid.
Yeah, I'm back in here now, so yeah, we're just doing some crazy trains
Mike,
at the moment.
the train that's going through the middle of the loop.
Yeah, that's what we said. So you two, Josh actually ruined it because he just went off spun and went back to the start line the wrong way on top of everyone. We're going to do it in pairs and the left side leads, okay? So remember that.
No pressure. We're gonna go on board with you as the sun.
Don't go on board with me. So we're just at the end of the run here now, so hang on there, we'll do the next
Mike,
one.
this is your big moment. This is what you practice for.
This is it, Josh.
All those
All these months and years of training of something I didn't know we were going to do. I'm going to mess this up now completely. Who am I chasing?
Who crashed into me in the pit or in the? Oh, hold on.
I believe I'm gonna grass here. That was.
Well, everyone's stopping now. Everyone's stopping, right?
Oh, we've cars upside down now.
That's the thing. Try and get in order of twos if we can. I'll just go. I don't know. Go. Who's going in reverse there? Matt Denham's going backward.
Just go where you can, Dave. I'm overtaking. Oh Jesus!
Find the track and drift it.
I can't see anything because of the smoke.
The smoke and the sun is really playing a factor here now. Sorry, Joe Hatunji. Oh no! Oh, T1. Oh.
Right, Josh, I'm right behind you, and I'm still in the game.
I'm being quiet. I'm trying.
Could you imagine the noise complaints if we did this in real life?
Where did he come from?
Sorry, buddy, you can follow me.
I'm not sure if it's easier in real life or this to do these trains.
What?
I'm not sure if it's easier to do trains in this or in real life because everyone has no fear factor when it comes to this.
You just pull off moves that you don't even think about. It's like, that looks like it.
I think how many cars have we got? Niall, can you? Is that everyone?
22 there in this train, lads. Wow.
22.
Let's see if we can get a lap going.
Hang on now, if we can.
Oh, why is everyone going? I'm stuck in the gravel.
Josh, you're left. There's only 21.
Yeah, see you later, Josh.
Well, there's someone behind me, so you're at 20 now.
Oh God.
Because of all the smoke, you can't see anything. There's just cars jumping in front of me and... Wow, there's Andy Earl. Andy. Cut the grass.
Oh,
Dave, what are you doing?
I crashed. We had an issue.
You did. I saw. Oh no, I'm over. Dave, you're stuck in a hedge.
I am stuck in a hedge. That is the current predicament at the moment.
Recovery.
Niall.
Yeah.
Can you go to my car and look at it from the front of my car? Then you'll.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll look.
Goes an onboard from me.
Don't do an onboard for me because I'm too boxed in the middle.
All I'm seeing is just you and Josh in the grass.
You're stuck.
Crash. Oh, I see what you're saying. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you look from the front of my car, you'll see everybody. Section. Josh.
I'm a fixture.
Right, lads, the drivers, if you can hear, I think everyone's... So, if you want to go and just see what happens.
Into the drivers, right?
Josh, you can go and drift. I'm just going to stay here to watch the... So I'm a...
Oh, I was trying to, sorry, I thought you were stuck. I was trying to help you.
No, Josh, I was purposely parked here.
Oh, sorry. See, I didn't mean to bump you. I wasn't doing a bad thing.
Back it up a little bit.
Sign a bit or something. Yeah, there's something weird. No, maybe. Oh no, we just missed it. They don't drive into them.
Here we go. Look at that. That is absolute insanity.
Let's wait for Josh coming around at the back.
Yeah, Josh is going to be a good bit behind, I'd say. I'm going to move forward a
I
little
know, I'm waiting at the start line.
Or something, or...
Cut to the ads. On my own attire, I'm going to decide to lead on this train. I shall be the leader.
That's a very good idea.
That sounds...
Well, we'll see if it... Well, they haven't stopped, so they want me to be involved. Although they have given me a gap. Or I'm just some pilot and I'm really fast.
You have me as a camera, Niall, if you need me.
No, I'm on board. I'm just...
Okay, well, look at what I'm looking at. It's
like
absolutely
the
crazy.
social distancing right now.
Dave, look at me now!
Hey,
I'm at the front! Hopefully I was just off screen before that happened.
How epic is that?
That's pretty crazy.
Oh dear, no! That was a big disaster.
I'm going to try and get another shot down here of them coming out of this corner. Which is
They even taking my job.
I am now media for this. I'd say that'll be a good shot, Niall, right there. Can you get a high version of my car from behind the car?
There you go.
How crazy is that?
There you are. This is just like the real thing.
It is just like the real thing, except James Deane spun out.
Also, there'd be a yellow flag where you're...
Exactly. Well, we're going to be getting towards the end of this stream, guys. We hope you've enjoyed it. Comment a thumbs up, subscribe to the Drift Games YouTube channel. We might keep doing this for the next couple of weeks if you guys are having fun with it and enjoying it. We're going to try and keep as active as we can. Remember, we're coming out Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. with brand new vlogs every week. We might have a new online documentary series coming up very soon. We are going to be online with the server from 6 o'clock this evening or just after 6. You guys can come. There's only 30 spaces in the server, so remember to give it a bit of a break every now and again. I think everyone will get in there a week. And we are going to do a couple more of these bashes here, there, and everywhere with some special guest drivers if all goes well. It's the best we can do in a bad situation, but we're having fun with it. And you've got 5 more minutes to enter our competition for the Fanatec gear. Remember, you get shifter, you get handbrake, you get hub, you get wheel, you get all the top of the range stuff. It makes the start of an incredible simulator. Brought to you by Fanatec and the guys at Digital-Motorsports.com. All you've got to do, you got to subscribe to the Digital Motorsports YouTube channel and the Drift Games YouTube channel. Then go over to your Instagram, take a funny Instagram story of you watching this broadcast or imitating something from drifting or having fun. Tag in Fanatec, tag in Digital-Motorsports.com, and tag in Drift Games. That's all you got to do. We will pick a random winner in about half an hour after we go off the broadcast. We're going to kind of count through everybody, hit a random number generator, and best of luck to everybody. We hope you guys have enjoyed passing a bit of time with the team here at Drift Games. Give us a big thumbs up and a like or a comment in the comments, and we thank you guys for watching in. It's been a bit of low-key fun. It's been a bit unprofessional, a bit of fun. You guys have enjoyed it, right? Josh and Mike?
I genuinely then thought you were asking everyone. Weird, that. Sorry. I'm like zoned into the virtual
Mike's back
world
in
now.
there now.
Hello, lads.
But no, I'm having a lot of fun here.
So, Mike, we're going to continue playing this for the next couple of weeks, having fun. We're going to jump in and out fans. We're going to be live.
Yeah.
As they come. And that's the plan for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, that's the plan anyways. That server is not going to quiet down tonight now because there is so much banter going on in the Discord at the moment that I can't wait to get over there now and have some fun with the lads.
Well, there will be limited spaces there of 30, so just gotta wait for your space to pop up. Everybody can.
That's it. There's a queue you can join when someone leaves. That's just unfortunately the way it's going to be for the first while, but sure.
Absolutely. Now,
That's a good thing as well.
On the driftgames.live page, you've given Keen all the info, so he's going to put a page up which has got the Discord code, it's got
the link to the server and the track as well.
Yeah, the whole lot, and the server, the whole lot. So everything is there if you need information of how to get it. If you guys want to get yourself your own sim rig, Digital-Motorsports.com are still shipping, even in the lockdown. So if you want to get yourself a rig, turnkey, arrive at your house, all you gotta do is turn it on and get out here and have some fun. Get on Digital-Motorsports.com or basically give them a message on Facebook and Instagram. The guys are awesome to deal with. You'll have heard Niall and the guys in the background having fun with us today. We're having a blast. And Niall, you guys are ready to provide everyone with their drifting needs for the next couple of weeks.
Yep, we've got a fresh batch of all the gear coming in, Dave. So yeah, definitely just have a look at what we've got on Digital-Motorsports.com. And like James was saying there, you know, we're a dedicated team. Big thanks to you guys for letting us be a part of this. It's definitely something we hope to do again. But yeah, anyone out there who wants to get involved, just ping us a message, whether it's on Facebook or shoot us an email or even give us a call. The phone numbers are up there. But just big thanks, big shout out, Dave. Thanks again to yourself, Josh, for I don't know, what do we say about Josh? Josh for just being Josh.
Staying alive, really, is all we kind of commended for these days.
Yeah. And Mike as well for helping pull this together. And of course, big shout out to Kyle as well for
so we want to thank Kyle Woods for putting on this whole. Want to shout out our Drift Games virtual bash testers, Joakim Gjerde. You heard him talk there from his days with Drift Masters this year. Shay Rogers, the man with the Supra from the Irish Drift Series. Mitch Lerner, g'day mate, all the way from the down under part of the world, I suppose you could say. We've Harry Kerr, Alan Hinds flashing the lights there on my camera. Alan, one of the best drifters around, also second in the Irish Championship last year. Harry Kerr, one of the up-and-coming stars of Irish drifting. We can't wait to see what he's going to do when the season kicks off. Dylan Garvey, another amateur champion. Matt Denham in the Jap Speed RX-8 from the UK, one of the nicest guys at drifting. As I said, one of those guys who you could punch in the face and he'd apologise to you. That's how nice he is. And he's not as nice on the sim though. He seems to crash into a lot.
No, he's very aggressive on the sim, right?
We've got Conor Shanahan. Thank you very much for joining us, Conor. We have Tor Arne Kvia from Drift Masters, Joe Hutunji from the Red Bull Driftbrothers. We have Kyle Woods, Sebastian Fontaine from Holland, James Deane, the world champion. We have got me, Josh, and Mike, who are rubbish. And we have got a couple of other esports racers, Declan Byrne there, Oliver Bolton in there. Lots of fun guys in there. They'll be ripping for the rest of the night. We hope you guys online have enjoyed the stream. Remember to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, to Drift Games YouTube, and to Digital-Motorsports.com. Join the competition for Fanatec on Instagram by tagging in Drift Games, Fanatec, and Digital-Motorsports.com, and we're going to give a winner in about a half an hour's time. Keen is sorting through it. If you can imagine a big mail room with shoot the mail coming down on Keen's head, that's where he is right. He's got about half an hour to sort that out. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you want us to do another one, let us know in the comments. It's a bit of banter, it's a bit of fun, and hopefully we'll see the rest of you guys online very soon. From all of us here at Digital Motorsports and at Drift Games, we'll see you at the next virtual Drift Bash.